bright and early the next morning in Silverstone. You hear the little bit of the hustle and bustle coming from out your inn window to the streets below. A lot of people in the city like to get up early and get a jump start on making sales or getting to their jobs or getting out to make their way to the docks to get out on the boats, start fishing. You know, it's the second largest city in the whole region, so you can imagine waking up in a place like that. Otherwise, not sure what you guys want to do. You can take it from there. It's early morning. You're all starving, pretty hungry after working up an appetite the day before, for sure. But otherwise, describe who gets up and what you do and whatever.
I like to get up before the brothers wake up and get down into like the, I guess, eating area.
Okay. I was going to cut you off at get down. Get down!
Get down!
I probably would have been awake, but not acknowledged that you were getting up or leaving, or made it awkward. I would have just been meditating.
Okay. I would have been very quiet.
Well,
I just
let's find out.
Roll
Roll stealth versus perception. It's a roll off.
Let the dice decide.
God damn it, Eddie. Okay,
You're pretty good at stealth, though. I think,
Hey,
anyway.
Steve's the one that said he would have been awake and heard you, so blame him, not me.
Okay, I get.
That's true.
So that's their DC to beat.
Oh, okay, I got decent stealth.
Yeah. Should have beat 16. Oh,
Yeah, but here's
All
the
right.
thing: you don't know that he knows, right?
Yeah.
Which
Like
is fine. I'm still trying to be
It's-
quiet.
It's literally one of those. He's lying in bed, one eye opens as you're closing the door. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's nothing anything in particular. Okay, so the Wandering Wisp Inn. You head down, and how early would you say you get up? We'll use like normal time, like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. Use our times.
Yeah,
we
I
can
guess
flavor.
like dawn.
Oh, just at the break of dawn.
What time does the sun rise here?
This time of
Like,
year.
I don't want to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
No,
Is it like daylight savings time?
I'm getting a bit particular now, but basically this, this is your summertime. So we're just gonna go with by 7, it's plenty bright. By 6:30, it would be like half bright. 6:30, it's kind of just.
Okay, I'll say I'll get up and get out of the room around 6.
Okay, so if you
Very quietly, but not quietly enough.
if you head downstairs, it's still that nerdy night shift worker behind the desk, but
Oh God!
but as you do step in, you do see the shop owner, who you've met a few sessions ago, who introduced herself as Lozana. She's going in and over there and talking to him about, you can just lightly overhear. They're talking about what happened during the night and everything's good, and, that kind of thing. And you just hear him complain, there was one guy in room 102 who he was snoring and farting so loud that the neighbors complained, and then I had to deal with that, and then he threatened to kill me, so then I had to get the guards to come in, and she's like, okay, you handled it well, talking to him.
I make a face. I'm very curious now what this person in 102 looks like.
it's Arkin.
He comes out in cuffs. Yeah.
I just want something hot to drink.
Something hot to
So
drink.
I find a table. Do they come over, or do I have to go up there?
Oh, once you get to a table, you're not seated for very long at all before she kind of like calms this nerdy guy down, and then it's like, don't worry, I'll get the table. And then steps it around and comes over to you, and you can see she's still putting on her apron for the first time in the morning, getting ready to do some things, and comes over and says, "Oh, you again? Hello. Hope you had a good night's sleep."
I did, thank you. Do you have anything hot to drink?
hot to drink. Of course. So, all right. So they do serve some of the basics. If you want something that's basic, like otherwise, here's the menu. But that's more of like the unique things for this place. But you could still just get like, you know, eggs and coffee or, you know, the basics as well.
I'll just order like some tea and some eggs.
Some tags, some tea and eggs.
10 eggs. It's really.
What are you debating? That's no
I'm
difficult for
thinking.
choosing breakfast.
I'm thinking.
Do I want bacon? Do I not want bacon?
So what I'm gonna say is, my friends, they're still sleeping. I don't know how long they'll take, but when they come down, if you could rustle up some eggs, some bacon, toast, tea, coffee, I'll pay for it. I kind of want to make sure it's here for them
So
when they come down.
toast, eggs, and bacon.
With tea and coffee.
For your friends. Yeah, I'll, did you, I think you all checked in as a group, and she looks back over at him and say, hey, did you check her in with a group? And he just like back, looks at the logbook. Oh, yes, yeah, I labeled them. They came in together, yeah. It's like, okay, he's catching on, you know. Sure enough, you know, I can make that happen, don't worry.
All right, you just give me the price and I'll settle up after.
Okay, so if it's 5 of you, we're gonna go with a full-on breakfast meal with a drink. We'll say it is just a deal. Yeah, we'll go with 3 silver pieces each per meal. So 3 silver times
So,
5 is 1.5 gold.
okay. All right. So I can take care of this now, or I can settle it up right before we leave.
Oh, are you asking or saying that? Yeah, you can. It's normally
I'm
customary. You
asking.
don't have to pay up front here, at least not in this place.
All right, I'll take care of the bill after we're done, in case they decide to add anything else to it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of sit there and wait for them to arrive.
I know where you're contemplating, and you kind of like asked, do you pay, you know, now or after? And she just says after or whatever.
Okay.
Just give me an insight check.
Oh, right. Oh, no.
What?
She's
What?
thinking I'm a cheap fairy, that I'm going to try to steal her or swindle her or leave.
Not everyone is racist.
They
You've
are
only
when
met
you're a
Very,
fairy.
Okay, you've only met one racist so far. Besides that, it's a fantasy setting, so it comes to territory a lot of the times.
Fairy racism is real.
Yeah.
Okay, with a 15, and because I'm just gonna say that with this, you kind of look around as well. It's a mix of like perception and insight. You look around, and you see that this place is a pretty high-end inn establishment. Lots of wares. Clearly has a lot of money comes through here, and you don't see any security around. And then there's something about her that just rolled up under her sleeves a little bit, maybe on her chest or neck. It was like some very faint scarring, and you just pick up on the vibe from her that she's a very accomplished, like she could handle herself, and probably enough that she feels she doesn't need security for this inn at all.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
But otherwise, she goes off and starts, wiping down and doing the cash float,
Okay. So I was going to be like, if she thinks that I'm going to gyp her, I'll just pay her now.
Oh no!
All right, sounds good.
And so you're gonna be eating your meal, waiting for the others to wake up and come down.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
All right. The rest of you, who wants to step in next to wake up and?
I'll go next because I saw her leave.
Sure.
So basically, the second the door closes and she leaves, I sit up and I punch Talbot in the ribs. As they wake up, people are getting up for the day. And we're going to travel with them. I'm going to need some medicine before we go downstairs.
Yeah, okay. This is like holding my ribs, like I just sort of like slump off the bed, go over to like my alchemist kit, and just sort of like I've got a few concoctions already pre-prepared, so I take out one of those and just sort of like hand over a small vial with like a small needle tip over to Finn, and just like, I think you can do this one yourself.
Yes, of course. And I do. Make yourself presentable. We'll go downstairs.
Will do. Yeah, so it doesn't take long to sort of like clean himself up, put away his supplies, and head down with Finn.
I just love the fact that the two hobbits are always shooting up in the room.
It's like I wake up and punch my brother in the ribs.
It wasn't meant to be hard, but sometimes he doesn't understand his monk abilities. And
Yeah. Like, aggressive affection. Doesn't know your own strength.
Punches his soul out of his body.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit.
Be playful.
Put
Broke
it back,
3
put it back,
ribs
put
in
it
the
back.
process.
Pushing it down like a plunger. Get back in. Okay.
Perfect. And Jade, how about you?
Do you have a booth or a table or something down there?
I'll say let's. Can I have a booth?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I have a nice booth, and we're kind of like tucked away, so it's quiet. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll just go down. Is all that food and stuff that she ordered already there by the time we get down? Or is that...
As soon as you come down and see where she's sitting, you start to head over. You just notice the innkeeper just whistle out to the kitchen, and then the server from the kitchen immediately had it ready, but like keeping it warm, and brings it out to you.
Okay. Well, then I'll just move into the booth and grab a cup of tea, because you said there was tea, and I'll just drink quietly.
Okay.
Good morning.
You ordered ahead?
Yeah. I wasn't sure what time you'd all get up, but I figured I could at least, order. I wasn't sure what you'd like, so well, there's bacon and toast and eggs and yeah.
Oh, this is plenty. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Jade.
I wasn't going to interrupt them.
No, I know. I just have to call you.
It's okay.
Jade. Just curious of what you're doing.
I'm probably going to come down around 7, which I think is early, but these people are get up at the crack of dawn.
As you wake up, were you sharing a room with Arkin?
I was, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, yeah. So as you're getting up, I'll say he's already up and cleaned up and got his gear put together, and he closes a book as you get up, and he says, "Jade, I hope you slept well."
Yeah, it's great sleep. You're up early.
Yeah. I have something on my mind. Something I'm gonna check out today. Surely you don't need me to tag along to go pick some flowers in the wild today.
Yeah, no, if you've got something you've got to do. I can't believe you got out of the most comfortable bed we've been in weeks this early, but must be important then.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it pans out. Could be nothing. But you take care of yourself. Stay safe today. And I'll see you back here a little later.
Alright. See you then. I'll wash up right quick with the nice hot water and go down.
He tosses you an apple that he took from in the room.
Oh.
Gotta eat the free apples. And it's just your nature that when you if there's free anything, he's poking it in his pockets and hoping that they'll refill it again, and then he'll have more free apples.
I love it.
So other than that, he puts a few in his pocket, and then With that, he just stays in the room for a little bit as you leave and head downstairs.
Yeah, so I'm shocked to see everybody down, like already up. Like I'm like rubbing my eyes sleepily.
You're thinking you're early, and it's like...
Yeah, like when you're the last one to breakfast and you thought it was early, you're like, oh no.
Morning, Jade. There's food here. Dig in.
Oh, this is lovely. You guys get up early?
Yeah.
It's a
That's
racial
all
thing.
Jade says.
Hobbits get up really early. All right, so you're all sitting, munching down on your breakfast. Now, as you do, more people trickle in from upstairs, coming down, waking up. The kitchen starts getting on full tilt there, and you can smell all the different aromas of the different meals. As you're eating, a elderly lady, human, just basically picture Aunt May from Spider-Man. But like comic book Aunt May.
I was gonna say, which version?
Not MCU.
Yeah, so Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
The hot version.
No. Like
Hot
If I must, I guess.
really elderly lady with too many wrinkles to count.
Funny.
She was walking by, coming down from upstairs, and she stops, looks at your table, and does like a double take. And she hobbles, and she's coming straight for you. Comes over to your table and stops, and looks at you all. Oh, pardon me, I don't mean to interrupt. The Red Lily, as she looks at Finwick.
I'll look up from my tea at her. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my husband, God rest his soul, was in such pain at the end. When your monks, they gave him peace. I never thanked them properly. I know not all of what your ways are about. I don't understand it. But, not many people do understand your ways. But I just wanted to thank you.
On behalf of my order, you're very welcome. We're happy to do it.
Well, I won't keep you. I could really use some tea. All right. May you walk gently between the worlds, monk. She makes her way over to the
And I just nod at her. Go back to my tea as if that was normal.
That was rather nice. It seems those that we've met that know of your order hold some kind of grudge or fear. It was kind of nice to see the opposite.
Often people fear what they don't understand, but those who do understand, they are often very respectful.
It's good. I think the service that your order provides, I think it's an important one. And I think it's something that shouldn't be taken for granted. It's nice to know that if you're suffering, you can find peace.
Just nods at you and goes back to his tea.
Yeah, so with that dialogue being finished, Thomas speaks up and says, it sort of brings me something I want to ask you all. Bit of a favor, if you'd oblige. As you know, when we were out the other day, I made arrangements to pick up a map this morning for this White Lily, and I was wondering if you would all be willing to help me get it. I expect it won't be as a simple retrieval, but it is important.
You all helped me with my family's the attack yesterday, so I'm in.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help. I think Arkin's gonna do his own thing today.
That's fine. I hope we won't have any trouble at all, but any assistance you can give is always appreciated. I mean, it is... Well, I'll be frank, it is a personal matter, but, you've earned the right to know what I'm asking you for. You asked me the other day about the White Lily itself, Fancy. It is rare, and it's used to enhance many medicinal and arcane potions, and I've been using it in my own research to treat a family condition. He sort of eyes over to Finwick for a moment. Our father. He's not well. It's a rare condition, from what we've been able to find. It's hereditary in our family. No known cures. And doesn't affect everyone, but our father's been hit quite hard by it. Wasting away. I believe White Lily will help. I think it'll help tremendously.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear about your father. I can only imagine what it would be like having a family member sick. You don't have to explain anything. If this is what you need to do, again, you helped me and my family yesterday. So whatever you need, you can count me in.
Thank you. I just felt it was appropriate to be upfront. But thank you. Once we're finished here, we can head by the Sage Bloom Cauldron, get the map, and see exactly where these lilies are located.
Freya, oh my god. Fancy just gives you a nod.
Yeah, without any type of insight, there's a little bit of unease with Talbot as he's sort of talking about this. Could be a little bit of relief, but you're just he seems a little nervous over it all.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else happening in here? Or are we cluing up our breakfast?
Just before we leave, is the dude from last night gone now?
By now, yeah. He hung
Okay.
up his apron. He got told off for being a little bit short on the float of the cash from the night before. Apparently he's not good at math. Yeah, but she lets... it's almost like she hired him out of pity. But he heads on home. But I mean, you might be able to catch him if you wanted to. But
No. I wanted to avoid that. No, I just want to settle up before we leave. That's all.
For the record, I'm creating character art for that guy for next.
Amazing.
No!
It was supposed to be night shift default, innkeeper, busboy kind of guy, but no.
Now he has a backstory.
If you're avoiding him, he gets an image. Now he's gonna be a fully fleshed NPC.
Oh, funny. Yes, they're kind of cluing up. I'll just excuse myself. I'll go to the front desk, the bar, and I will give them 2 gold.
Okay, sounds good. She, thanks you for a nod as you pay her, and she puts the excess amount, the 5 silver, above what you paid in the tip jar.
Sounds good. And then I'll go back to the table with the others.
Okay. You do that, and you all rally up again with a belly full of food. That's only first breakfast for the hobbits.
Yeah.
What about second purposes and thirds?
Otherwise, the day and the city is yours.
Okay. So I don't know if anyone else has any other business, but obviously need to head over to the cauldron to get the map from, was it Talbot Wildheart? Did I get the name right?
Yes.
Okay. But I don't know if there's any other business anyone else needs to take en route.
I will not be going inside this establishment.
I am not surprised.
I
I'll
will
stay
wait
outside with Fancy.
Okay.
It's funny. It's gonna be great because, like, just FYI, in my world, it's kind of like traditional folklore in that, like, fairies stereotypically are tricksters. Is when you find them in the wilds and stuff like that. And so this guy just had that mentality. You're like, racist.
It's like, I am cultivated. It's like, I am a proper fairy. I do not do tricks.
I have class.
At least
damn
I
you.
don't do tricks that are bad.
Oh my. Well, you
Says coming from circus performances.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, didn't you deal with any sword tricks?
That's what I said. I don't do anything that's bad. I am civilized.
just don't let them see that you got the overpriced, greasy-fingered healing potion you bought at the marketplace instead of these
remind me.
high-quality ones.
I have my pride.
It's true. That's great. All right, so you're all gonna head out to the Sage Bloom Cauldron.
Yes.
All
I'll be
right.
following you around.
So just real quick, yeah, this again, that building it's definitely stands out where it's all like covered in the lush vegetation and vines and all that kind of stuff. So you head on inside, and sure enough, bright and early, is everyone's favorite elf. As you come in, he doesn't even look towards. He's like, "I am barely opened. Give me a moment, please." And he's like in the back.
Yes, just here to pick up a package as we arranged.
A moment, please.
Such a jerk.
You're not there.
Hence the non-Texan accent.
Kim's back around the corner, walking gracefully with his high collar, and looks at you. Oh, yes, you. Oh, the map, yes. A moment, please. He then goes off in a different direction. Returns
His
to you.
favorite words.
Returns to you a moment later. With a map. And hands you said map. But then takes it away right before he gives it to you. So, yes, we have the deal, right? You're going to bring me at least 3 of these white lilies. Or else you'll
Yes,
return and pay me 50 gold, right? Is that the agreement we made? Per lily you don't return?
That is the arrangement. Yes.
Very well. I just want to know, above table, are you deceiving him in any way? Like, because if all rolls insight to see if he's, like, believes you or not.
I'm not deceiving him. The only reason I made that arrangement is that, like, if I'm only able to secure, like, 3 or 4 of them, I don't want to give him the majority of them. That's why I sort of said that stipulation.
Okay. So he just looks at you just like in the image, trying to peer insight check you.
There is no deception there, so I mean, I could do a persuasion if you think
No,
it's
it's
required.
fine. If you're just telling the truth, it's fine.
Yeah.
He then hands you the map. Yes, well, take this map. It's not perfect, but it's one I had. It'll point you in the right direction and get you where you need to go, as long as you're not an imbecile. Just don't
certainly
blame
not.
me if it leads you to ruin.
Well, let's hope that's not the case. But thank you all the same.
It's going to take you to the coast. Quite dangerous. I hear even the flora there can be hostile, and the fauna just as bad. And you know what? The white lily doesn't care if you're a ranger or some skilled alchemist. If you approach with arrogance, you'll regret it.
I understand.
Thank you for the example.
I like sort of just flick my brother's shoulders and stuff. Like,
His eyes shift over to the monk.
he meant thank you for the warning.
I just look at my brother. Like, why are you lying? I'm giving him that "why are you lying" look. But all right.
Literally, said, "Why are you lying?" Okay.
And again, just out of my curiosity, I'll ask once again, because maybe I can assist you. I do have a bright mind when it comes to these things. What is it that you plan to concoct using this?
It's just to enhance some medicinal concoctions that I've been working on. It's very specific, but if I do require any assistance, I know where to come.
Okay, very well. If you do it without my assistance, don't come crawling back when you've perfected your concoction and you end up turning into something hideous. You know, nature doesn't care about your plans. She'll teach you a lesson you won't forget, one way or another.
I'm outside with Jade. What's taking them so long? I bet he's talking their ears off.
I bet he's talking about himself for them, just to them, like at them.
You know what? I think you're right. Is there a window?
No.
Suppose you two just pressed up against it.
I will say the
Yes.
front door could be open, though. Like, they could have left it open, and if you want.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere near the door. Is there a window?
No.
There's no window.
There's a
Fine.
big ass sunroof, though.
No, I'm not getting up there. So the door is open.
Yes.
I'll peek around the corner of the door and see what's taking them so long.
You just see the elf's mouth moving, and the other two are standing there, shifty-eyed.
I'm staring, and I take my hand and I do like mouthing motions with my hand to Jade,
She chuckled.
and I'm listening.
My potions
And-
are the best potions.
Thank you, Snickers.
Oh, I'm gonna roll a perception, but I want it if it's 20 or higher. He heard that. Okay.
And it wasn't me.
No.
Oh.
Something very cool was going to happen, but I figured it's pretty hard to hear you outside the shop there. So.
Great.
And Talbot just sort of addressing Tavin there is like, well, your concern is very much appreciated. And as I said, if I do require a second opinion on matters, I will certainly come to you.
Very well. Safe travels to the both of you.
Thank you.
Do you require any potions for the road?
Not this day. Thank you all the same.
Very well. And with that, goes back to his work.
I scurry away from the door.
Yeah, it's one of those where you turn around and you might catch a glimpse of her head half peering around the corner.
Can I see if I caught a glimpse of her?
Yes, bye.
Oh,
Roll a perception.
I look to Jade. They're coming.
It's probably a no, unless.
Yeah.
oh,
not
oh
what
yeah. No, that was a 7.
Nope.
Oh, so
Too quick. Fairy's too quick.
Fairies are quick. Fairies be quick.
All right, so you step out. The nice sun is hitting you as you come outside.
Okay, I've got the map, and
You hear from
Let's
inside
see.
interrupting you. Close the door when you leave, please. It's rude to do otherwise.
fancy rolls.
Jade makes a hand talking motion at Fancy.
She dies laughing. Oh, I love it. I love it.
The door. Okay, and with that,
the door.
Fancy will go. Yes, your remnants. And she'll close
Well,
the door.
okay, but at the same time, because I waited, as you go to reach for the door, at the same time, one of the many vines on the outside of the shop animates and comes around your back, and it's trying to like shut the door. Just so as you're flying towards it and you're about to put your hand on the doorknob, or the handle, I guess I should say, there's like a viney tentacle that just blows right past the side of your head, brushes your cheek, and grabs the door handle
All right, I leap back.
and pulls it closed.
I'm so done with this place.
It's okay. If we're lucky, we won't need to come back, or at least you may not need to. But let's see. And he sort of like unfurls the map and see if he can pinpoint where it takes them.
The map is crude and simple, but there's enough landmarks that you're confident it'll be easy to follow.
Okay, so should take us along the coast. So, are there any preparations we need to take, or should we set off right away? Looking at the map, I guess, do I have an idea of distance for how long it should take us to reach there?
It's basically going to take you, you're estimating anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, because you're not sure how thick the brush will be or any troubles you might run into on the road. And you got, it looks like it's a lot of wilderness travel. You can take the road for a fair way, but then for at least half of the journey, you'll need to venture through the forest and or coastal region. But on foot, it's about 4 to 6 hours. But you'll see when you get there.
Okay, absolutely. I mostly just wanted to like get that information, just to share that, just so people sort of know to prepare accordingly.
Nah, being a ranger, I'm not gonna make you roll. You've looked at probably a map or two before.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah.
102. 102.
Okay, so I'm all set. What about the rest of you?
I'm all good. I got most of what I need all the time.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's get going. Ooh, I see a forest.
All right, so you leave the massive city of Silverstone and hit the road. You travel on the well-beaten path. Wagons and occasional horses and foot travelers and merchants and people pass by on the road on the main stretches. You then, after about an hour, you have to branch off of the main road and head into smaller off-roads. A little more shady, less traveled, but still nothing too dangerous. Luckily, these are various dangerous forests, but you do pass the occasional set of traveling, essentially mercenaries sometimes. Sometimes there's literal city guards traveling from city to city to repost at different places, and even some rangers that serve as protecting the roads. But otherwise, after roughly 2.5 hours, you have to leave the beaten path and head into the wilds. You're traveling on these wilds for... Well, at this point, actually, I'll just get... You guys need to make a survival check. It'll use with the map, because you have the map, it's going to make it pretty easy, but just to see if you totally whiff it, nat ones are a thing, so... so
is this like a individual checks or a group check?
Oh, it's just one of you, whoever's going to be navigating the lead. Somebody...
I was not navigating. I just thought we were all making survival checks.
That's why I wasn't sure with the way you asked.
Yep, just
I can assist.
whoever's leading the party.
I think I would be leading where I have the map there. That makes the most sense. And assist, so that would just be advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which means Jade is constantly looking at the map and trying to help guide as well.
That makes sense. Ooh, what did I get? 19, not bad.
Yeah, that's definitely good enough for now to basically come off the main road at the right point. You know what I mean? Comparing it to your map, comparing it to markings. You're like, here we go. This should be the area. And now you're heading into wilds, and then keeping track of your north and south and different landmarks that you are aware of. Yeah, you travel. So at this point now, you've been left the city for about 3 hours. You're about 30 minutes into the thick of the forest. Now, the paths that you go through, they wind through the dense woodlands. You got the scent of damp earth mixed with the crisp air. Yet at this point now, something starts to feel off. And the further you travel, the more the land seems to change in a kind of unsettling way. As you see salt crusts on the edges of the leaves. They cling to the trees, glistening like frost, even though the air is warm. You also have the taste of brine that kind of lingers at the back of your throat. It's kind of sharp and out of place.
Quite close to the sea. At least there are signs of it. And like from where we are, does it feel like we should be close to the ocean?
Give me a nature check.
Sure. Let's see.
Because dice rolls are fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Love it. Where is my nature? Nature, there you are.
Any chance you get to roll nature, you bring it in D&D. Because it's one of the skills that are like rolled once every 20 sessions.
Oh, that's a
failure.
22.
That's a huge failure.
that was gonna be a natural 1 on the die, but then it turned into a 19. So I'm
you know that, well, based on your map and that kind of thing, you realize that you're still probably 2 hours maybe away from the coast. So at this distance, you definitely should not be having any kind of salt crust like this. And it's also very rare for it just to be on trees and spread out the way it is. Or it's not rare, it's like you've never seen it before. In fact.
Has my character encountered anything like this in the past?
You have not. No, you would not. It's literally like essentially like sea salt, as if you dusted it over all the plants and vegetation in this area.
Okay.
So it looks like almost like when you get a light dusting of snow on trees, except instead of it's salt, and it's like tinging in the air. You know, you feel it in the back of your throat, kind of thing. It's kind of odd and out of place for nature.
I don't know. From what I've heard about the lily, it's grown in coastal environments and has some mutagenic effects. I don't know if it's this type of unique environment where it has to grow, but it's bizarre all the same. Just be careful as we venture further in.
The wizard said the flora and fauna in 2 separate sentences. It was unnecessary. So keep an eye out for plants that could be dangerous.
True. Yeah, I think from this point on it'll be a little bit more dangerous, so let's keep our eyes peeled.
Does everyone peel their eyes? Is that fair to say?
My eyes are always peeled.
Ever peeled.
Who was going to say, no, I do not peel my eyes?
No, I'm not going to listen to what this little pipsqueak has to say.
He's going to prance through the forest.
Like Pee Wee Herman. La, la, la. Oh, man. All right. So, you continue for about another 10 minutes or so at the little weird crunch of the salty grass under your feet. And Above, when you get the occasional clearing and the sun pushes through, above you see seabirds circling in slow, silent spirals, their wings cutting through the sky without a single call. Not one caw. No flaps in panic. They just drift through the air, as if caught in some unseen current. But they're all watching.
Do they look alive, or does it look like it's a figment, or not a figment, like an illusion?
That would be a perception test, I would assume, to peer up into the sky and look at these seagulls and
Okay.
weird. What's some other seabirds? Pelicans? No. Pelicans?
Pelicans are
Pelicans are
seabirds,
seabirds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pelicans,
pelicans.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Can I assist with this?
And
I'm
we-
also looking up at the sky.
Well, you can roll separately, because
Okay.
I usually don't
Yeah,
assist with perception much. I just would like separate rolls.
Yeah, I'm not going to assist with this because I think I'm more focused on guiding our path. Well, that's a nice one.
Well, Fancy, well, again, these are super tall trees, and they're up above the trees in the sky. So, like, you're having to look, and you're just, it's hard to make it any detail. But from what you can see, they look real.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not gonna fly. Like I'm walking. Yeah. So this is fine.
And Fenwick, yeah, they do look real, as far as you can tell. Although, I will say it's kind of odd how wherever they fly, their eyes are just watching you. They'll literally crank their head around backwards when they're flying north and you're south, and they're like still watching you. And they're like drifting. They're not really flapping their wings. They're just like gliding, as if they're
The
like
birds are watching us. I think they may be lookouts of some sort.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Wonderful.
What are they lookouts for? Troubling. Some stuff.
Well, we'll find out. Because whatever it is, knows we're coming.
Well, seems to be much benefit of just speaking to them directly. Or should we just continue
Maybe.
on?
Might be best to let this unfold for the meantime.
Of course, brother. Carry on.
If you
Feeling
were
like the gaze of the birds above us.
For the record, if you would have used speak with animals, I just would have been like, mine.
Okay, good. So I was thinking, I have speak with animals,
No,
but
I wouldn't.
is any going to be a jerk about it? And
No,
give me
no.
information.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just joking.
I know.
All right.
But in my mind, I was thinking they might not be very cooperative anyway, so I might not get much benefit from it. So, but yeah, so I'll leave that.
Yeah. All right. So, you continue on. The wind shifts, carrying the scent of brine, and also now something odd. Ugh. So, a frail figure emerges from the shrubbery ahead, slightly catching you off guard, eerily quiet. She's dragging an empty, tattered fishing net behind her. She's thin, gaunt, her skin stretched thin over sharp bones. Her coat stiff with salt and encrusted with barnacles. Everyone get the image?
Yep.
Visible scar? Deliberate visible scar?
It is not.
I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
Well, that one doesn't go through the eye like the other ones had. This looks more like just a scar above the eye of some kind of fresh wound that was kind of crudely sewn together.
Oh, okay.
And her eyes, kind of milky white and clouded, just looks up and sees you. And it appears she's humming as she moves. A low tune, a little haunting, but the words are kind of half sung, half murmured under her breath. The tide rolls in, the tide rolls back, but some of us just stay in the black. Dragging her net, making eye contact with you, but kind of crossing your path, but continuing on her way.
Just sort of like crossing in front of us, not like towards us or away necessarily.
Right, yeah, so she's crossing in front of you, so you kind of got to stop, and she's just going to pass by from left to right instead of, you guys were heading north to south.
Okay. And she just sort of gives us like just a passing glance and then just sort of goes on her way more or less.
She's passing by you. I'm just seeing if you're doing anything. You're just going to let her pass by. That's all. She doesn't appear any more hostile than what she pretty much looks like in the image.
Any change with the birds?
There's a canopy above now, so can't tell.
Can't see. Okay.
She doesn't seem hostile, but should we
Let her
converse?
I think it's important we not deviate from what we're doing.
Yes, you're right. It's concerning all the same.
She stops abruptly, tilting her head kind of sideways, looking at you all. And then a slow, knowing smile creeps across her lips as she looks at Talbot. Mind the lilies, aye? She says. Her voice kind of barely above a whisper, but just enough that you can hear as she's passing by. They bloom for you as much as for the drowned. She keeps going.
Wait,
Dragging
how do you know we search for the lily?
She stops, looks back at you. So hungry. Looks down at her empty net. Sighs. Starts to walk away.
I'm gonna dig into my pack and pull out a ration.
Okay.
Wait.
I don't think she eats real food.
I look back to Finwick. She might not, but I'll offer it all the same. I hold my hand out. It might not be much, but it's yours if you want it.
Oh, she stops again and looks back. A grin comes on her face and kind of tilts her head sideways and puts her hand out for you to bring it over to her.
Okay.
Careful.
I give a nod. I kind of straighten my shoulders. I walk forward, keeping my hand outstretched with the ration in it until I get within, like, distance that she could reach out and grab it.
Okay. She just got her hand out waiting for you to put it in her hand. So you're just going to bring it over to her?
Yeah. I'll wait to see if she'll take it if she doesn't take it, like you said.
No, like you stop like 6 inches away and she doesn't really make a move. Just her fingers slightly twitching, her bony fingers.
This would be like a great time to have Mage Hand.
I continue forward.
It's kind of rude to be like, can I have that? Ew. It's like using Mage Hand to lift up something and bring it to him.
Well!
I mean, if you started when you were far away, it's cool. If you get within a foot and you're like, how you do it?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I get closer to her and I Almost like finger, like the way my hand is extended, like I'm almost touching her hand to see if she'll reach for it, or if I have to put it in her hand.
She won't reach. She's waiting for you to put it in her hand.
Okay, I will put it in her hand. I'll be very careful not to touch her, though.
Okay. You just drop it down into her palm. What would you say is in your type of rations that you eat?
It's probably some like nuts, berries, maybe some like hard bread,
Okay.
maybe a little bit of jerky.
So, you drop a bit of bread and a bit of jerky, and it goes in her palm, and she immediately just takes it, and she takes the jerky and shoves it in her mouth immediately and swallows it whole. Her throat kind of bulges as the food goes down. Goes all the way down. And she does the same with the bread. Hardly
I tried
chewing
to hide
and just
my disgust.
sucking it down. Kind of, yeah, just right down the gullet.
Okay.
And then she wipes her mouth with her full sleeve, covered in barnacles and other weird things. And she looks at you as you probably took a step or a flutter back.
Yes.
She says, "Thanks. I was so hungry. Oh, you know, the sea. It don't just rise, love. It reaches. It takes what ain't given. Leaves what ain't wanted. Oh, the mother, she's always watching. And she don't like refusals." And with that, she just licks her lips and keeps walking.
Who's the mother?
Her net gets hooked in something. Ignoring your question, she pulls her net out, looks back at you with an even bigger smile to answer your question, but then just keeps walking.
Also, this NPC is so creepy.
Yeah. Part of me was all like, what is she hungry for? Is she gonna try to eat fancy? I mean, you know, she looks like she might be the type of person who would do that.
Like, initially I thought she was one of the people that, like, ran away from the cult. But she's too creepy for that.
Yeah, no.
That's it. She disappears into the brush and is on her way.
When I go back to the others, well, that was real odd. And she said something about mother, or the mother. She's always watching. It's weird. She wouldn't explain further.
Did your circus or your travels bring you through this area?
I'm gonna say no, just because.
No, this is
This
basically
doesn't
2 to
make
3 hours off any road path, and it's a lot.
We're off the
Okay.
beaten path.
And
Yeah.
based on your map, you're
Okay.
heading towards the coast of the continent. So you
Yeah.
know.
So I'll look to Jade and I'll be like, "No, we didn't travel this way."
Okay.
Okay.
We may have other similar encounters as we move further on. Hopefully they're as peaceful as that was.
And with that, suddenly, without warning, the sky above you darkens.
Oh, that was sudden.
Very sudden. With above, there's thick clouds that swirl in very quickly from the horizon, and a sudden downpour begins. So you're trudging on, right?
I tuck my wings close
Yeah.
to my body so they don't get wet, or at least as wet.
I'm full on under my cloak, which is smoking slightly.
Yeah.
You immediately notice this is no ordinary rain. The droplets strike the ground with a sharp, briny sting, and as they touch your skin and your lips, the taste is unmistakably seawater, cold, bitter, salty.
Oh, this is not right. We should try to get cover and sort of like looking for an area that has a little bit of a canopy that's like less exposed.
Oh, there's some big trees with canopies that will block the majority of it, so you head under there.
Yeah, I think they'll just sort of like stay under there.
Okay. About 5 minutes go by as you take you're resting here a bit. The rain is heavy and unrelenting.
Doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime as soon. Just move on, but it doesn't bode well. Oh, I guess one thing that I'll do. I can't do it. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, it wouldn't give me the information I want. So yeah, no, that's okay. So seeing that's not done, moving on. I guess try to forge forward like the direction we need to go while trying to stick to canopy to minimize our time under the rain as much as possible, just as you would anyway.
Yep, and you typically, I'll say, obviously, you pop under the thickest canopy you can find every so often to pull your map out so it doesn't get drenched.
Yeah.
Just stay on course. You do that, but only after about 2 minutes or so traveling in this, cutting between canopies and the occasional getting soaked as you cut between canopy to canopy. You start to notice something a little odd. All of you, who has either metal armor or any type of metal shields or weapons that would be exposed to this rain?
Exposed? No. All sheath.
Yeah.
My shields might be exposed. Yeah.
So shield, and would any of your armor, Jade, be visible?
Yeah, like it's kind of a part of me now, so yeah, it's there, so it would be.
Okay. So as the storm grows heavier, each drop seems to accelerate the decay of these metal possessions. Slowly, well, I shouldn't say slowly, I should say more rapidly, seems to be like starting to develop specks of rust on them. So the shield and parts of the chainmail armor, you're just starting to see the little brown specks as if like salty seawater was on them.
Oh, we just bought this.
Here, use my shields to. I don't know if you hold my shield in front of you. Would that help keep the water off of it?
I'll also kind of look around for like a big leaf, like maybe 3 or 4 you could kind of hold over like an umbrella. Like a very, very, very makeshift. If that's an option.
Here, I'd say the biggest leaf you're gonna find would be about the size of a basketball, circumference-ish,
Yeah. Best keep any metal you have on you covered. Do you have any cloak or anything to cover over your armor?
I don't think I do. Like, would I have it? Would I own a cloak?
Well, check your backpack. Do you have any additional sets of traveler's clothes or anything listed in there?
Oh yeah, I've got
You know
travelers.
what? I would
So,
have
yeah,
a
I'd have a
spare
cloak.
cloak as well.
Now, is that the traveler's clothes you're wearing, or is that an additional set?
They're not equipped, so that's an additional set.
Okay. I'll say with that, yeah, you can dig around and find that you got an extra something that you could put over your over your armor. It'll take you a couple minutes, but you're gonna need, yeah, sure.
Yeah. If there's any left, I can like help Fancy fix it to the shield. With maybe like a buffer in between or something.
Looks like I have traveler's clothes too. That's not equipped.
Okay. So you're gonna put a T-shirt over your shield, a couple T-shirts, a T-shirt, and
Yep.
and Jade got like a fantasy hoodie over her chainmail armor.
Okay.
I just
Question.
noticed.
Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
hold on. I just noticed that my shield wasn't even equipped to begin with, and my AC was 15.
'cause
Is that
you-
because?
Oh, it's because of your performance. Remember?
Yes, I didn't equip it after.
Is your
Yeah.
armor
Okay.
equipped as well?
No, it wasn't. I just equipped it then. We
Okay.
just forgot. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll take my traveler's clothing and I'll just like wrap it around my shield.
All right, so you take a moment, and so there's no permanent effect, and you think that the slight little speckles of rust are there. It's not going to affect your stuff in any way at this time, and when you get back, you might be able to buffer it out a little bit, you know. But you
question,
feel like
and I
if,
don't-
one second, if you feel like if you would be exposed to this for more than 10 minutes without covering it up, by that point you probably wouldn't have any armor or shield left.
Yes. So with Jade's armor, though, and I don't know if it is it considered magical with whatever effects that she's got on it?
It probably is, but I didn't want to take away from his narrative.
No, I like that. I just didn't know if that might give us a clue if this is something. Well, it doesn't seem natural anyway, but it's especially unnatural if it's affecting anything magical.
Okay. Well, that's a good point for the future reference. If we're going to consider your armor magical, it probably would be, you're right. However, I will actually say that it still started to rust, which means, you're thinking like this is not, it's not natural for seawater to be, with salty seawater to rain from the sky. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on anyway. It's just like, one extra degree of weird.
cool. All right. So, amidst the storm, the wind picks up, carrying with it a low, mournful wailing. The sound is faint at first, like distant voices lost at sea, echoing from the depths. Then each of you hear of voices, whispers, or cries that seem to come from all around you. You hear, "Cold, so cold, but the tide is warm. I'll let it take you. I'll let it fill your lungs." Then you hear a different voice. "I was strong once. My hands were my own. Now they're hers. All hers."
You
Do we
sounded a
see-
little bit like Beetlejuice.
I am no Beatles. Beatles back in town.
Do we see where these voices are coming from? Or they're sort of like echoing, sort of like through the woods beyond our sight.
Yeah, it's just they're just echoing throughout the forest. You're not sure if it's sort of forest or if it's like a voice in your head that you're just hearing. Like it's, like if you had somebody were to use the magic effect to whisper on you, you'd like kind of hear it but not really hear it. It's just like, so you're not sure if it's magic or real or what. It's just kind of, you're hearing it. Seems
Okay.
real enough.
Let's press on quickly. Perhaps we can beat this rain.
Sounds
Push
good.
forward.
Do y'all hear voices?
Yeah, and they don't sound good.
Okay. I thought I was going crazy.
All right, you push forward. Not but more than 30 seconds later, as you start to push forward, you hear, the lilies bloom where the dead remember. And I remember.
Fancy looks to Talbot.
So do we hear where this voice is coming from? Or is this just the voice?
Was that a look like, what did you get me into?
It was like a concerned eyebrow raise.
Not dead. Not alive. Just waiting. Waiting for the tide to call me home.
This is a weird place where people confess nonsense.
Yes. Like, I don't know if this is a warning to keep away, but we have to press on. I mean, we're so close. Feel it.
Don't look in the water. She sees through the ripples. She watches. She's always watching. Continue on.
Yeah, it's still going on. Like, because we're just hearing the voices, we're not seeing figures actually appearing and saying this.
No, you're all looking around with your eyes peeled, and you see no movement at all.
Like grapes.
In fact, like what the most nature would be here, you know, squirrels, regular birds, you know, rabbits, that kind of stuff is like nowhere to be seen. It's like it's just all very quiet here, other than these voices.
These
All right.
voices try to get us off task, but we have to keep going.
The salt, it burns, it carves the flesh, but yet it makes us new. We are new. Yet we are wrong. You
Ignore the cryptic warnings and keep going.
All right, so that's enough cryptic warnings. You continue on. Each voice is different. They all share an unnatural kind of desperate edge. But as quickly as the voices came, they then fade away, leaving an unsettling silence behind, except for the rain slamming off the trees. Continues to fall. The area seems to now get more colder, more oppressive. And at this point, you have traveled enough to reach the cliff edge that steeply descends down into the water. And your map indicates you need to head down this cliffside and into the drink.
Into the water itself.
Mm-hmm.
How far down is this cliffside?
It is about 110 feet.
Okay.
I could try to fly down and see if there's any lilies down there without going in the water.
And for the record, just mechanically, athletic tests, obviously, if you want to scale the side of the mountain. And
Yeah,
climb
I'm just
down.
seeing if I've
But you
got
can come up
anything
with
to try.
alternate ways, of course. But
Well,
I'm just
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm going to walk up to Talbot and say, I can check, keep everybody away from the edge, and I'm going to give you the end of a piece of rope. I have a 50-foot length of rope,
Yeah, I also
And
have
I'm
50
gonna-
foot length of rope.
and I'm just going to I should keep them away. I'll go check, and I'm going to take the other end, and I'm just going to sort of walk off the edge and kind of jump down, but not really jump because I'm going straight down on the edge.
I'm gonna follow him, and I'm
Oh,
gonna. But
You don't need to. He's perfectly fine. Like, he works better alone in this case. He's an excellent rock climber.
I'm sure he is, but it's my own curiosity, and I'm gonna fly, Eddie, so I won't touch any part of the ground, and I will give Fenwick his space.
No, you should stay over here.
I
Like-
ignore.
You shouldn't rely on your wings in this salt water. Like, it may suppress your flight. If you rely on just that, you could fall into the depths below. Please,
I
just
know.
stay here until my brother secures it for us. He has
My
rope.
wings are just fine. Are my wings fine in this?
yes,
GM?
they're fine.
Okay.
It's kind of stingy and burny, but nothing that's got you know.
Okay, so I ignore Talbot.
Okay. At this point, Fenwick, you got a little bit of a head start, obviously, as Fancy was held up by the nagging Talbot. But describe how you're climbing down the side of this 110-foot, basically cliffside, the edge of a continent that goes down into the ocean.
I'm just running down it, straight down.
Okay, Spider-Man style, like.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So that's what you see, Fancy, as you come down over the edge and look down. Probably expecting to see him, you know, mountain climbing down. He's literally Spider-Man running, or walking, or whatever, down the side of it.
Okay.
I'm holding the rope. but it doesn't look like I'm actually using it for any kind of leverage.
No, that's cool. I'll just again fly down. I'm also looking to see if I see anything like the lilies or anything else that would be of interest.
Okay. All right. You can give me a perception check, of course, as you're actively percepting, looking for these particular things. As you climb down, or fly down, you are confident that there are no lilies to be seen, and no other dangers present themselves other than the cliff itself.
Okay.
And Fenwick, you would reach the bottom, and shortly thereafter, Fancy would hover down next to you. Now, the bottom of this, it just literally goes right into the ocean. The ocean waves are gently crashing up against the side. So at the bottom, you pretty much, either jump in the ocean or walk along the edge of the cliff.
I didn't see any lilies along the shoreline. No dangers either. We really have to go in there? I stare at the water. I'm going to fly out over the ocean a little bit. Maybe about 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to peer down into the water to see if I see anything.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get you to roll perception as you peer down into the water while I hop back to Talbot. Up top, and Jade. I'll assume at this point you're analyzing your map closely, right?
Me, yes, sort of like I found a spot there away from the rain and just sort of like analyzing it, just trying to sort of, make sure we're not going into the water unnecessarily and just sort of making sure everything's correct.
You look at it and it's kind of smudged, and in the dotted line is very faded, and it was smaller. But now that you're closely examining it, you looks like once you get in the water, you then have to swim to the east and out around the cliff edge, which would lead into a cove.
Oh, so there's a hidden cove down there. I'll sort of like go to the edge of the cliff and just sort of like call that out. Just saying, there should be a cove. If you head that way and sort of point in the direction. Can you see it?
Okay. And with Fancy, you went out about 30 feet, and you're peering. And now, as he says that, you do look down the way, and you do see that it's not too far out. The kind of pushes out more towards the ocean, so that you'll have to go out a little ways. But then it looks like from there it'd be a little hard to tell, but there's a chance that it could lead into a cove area. But you'd have to fly further out over the ocean to get a better look. But as for looking down into the water, as the rainwater hits and the water disappears, a little dark, with the cloud cover above and everything, but with a big roll like that, I will say that you just seen something. How would I describe it? About medium size. Very deep down, something moved past and was kind of heading to the north. But you couldn't make out any details other than that maybe it was scaly or green or blue, or very hard to see.
Okay, so sorry, that the creature was going towards the north. Which direction is the cave?
To the east.
Opposite. We're not opposite.
Is the cave on the same landmass that we started on, or is it on a different landmass, like a little island or something off the coast?
Oh, it's on the same landmass.
Okay. I'm gonna point, looking in the direction of Fenwick and then like up towards Talbot. I see it. The cave's over this way, but there's something big down here, but it's going in that direction. I'm kind of pointing the direction that the big creature is going, and then I'm going to fly back to the shore.
Yeah, it's a medium-sized creature, so the same size as like a humanoid. You know, like I just use the term
okay.
medium as
Well,
in
she's small, so big to her.
Well, exactly, but I just wanted to clarify.
Big to me, it's
Yeah.
a big tuna.
Exactly. I just wanted to clarify. Like, literally, it's a medium-sized
Yeah.
whatever.
Sorry,
So-
yes.
Is there any
a
kind of
mermaid.
beach or rocks down here, or is this all like sheer
Just straight
cliff
rock.
into water?
Just straight rock. There's nowhere to walk down here. It's just the ocean pounding into the side of the cliff.
So we just need to
Alright,
safely
so I'm-
get down and like swim over to the cove effectively.
Without getting smashed against the rock.
Yeah, like I said, it's gently pushing up there. It's only like if you failed an athletics test really poorly that you might take a little bit of damage from banging up against the side. But it's not like it's rapids here, like big tidal waves or anything slamming. So
Okay. Since he sort of cleared that and hearing a Fancy's warning, it's just myself and Jade need to get down there.
Can you tie the ropes together onto something? It'll help you down.
Is there like a tree or a sturdy rock or anything?
Oh, yeah.
That it looks like I could. Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that.
So if you tie the 2 lengths of ropes, we have 100-foot rope.
Yeah. So you can do that. And I mean, I've got a grappling hook if need be, just to get some extra security there. I just saw like, oh, I have one apparently.
well, here's
yeah,
what I'd
so-
like you to do if you want. Well, you probably want to keep your rope attached. Do you plan to keep the rope attached, or when you get down, would you like it to release it?
Oh,
and
well,
take
we're
it
gonna
with
I
need
would
a way
just keep it
back
there. It's
up.
fine.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
need a way back up when everything's said and done. So
Alright.
yeah.
Otherwise, I was going to get you to do a survival check to do that fancy knot where when you're on the bottom, you can move the rope a certain way and it unhooks it, like Bear Grylls does.
No, like I mean, I don't think we'll need the rope once we're down there, but I think keep it up there so like when we
Okay.
exit, so when we exit the same way, we can just use it to climb up
A
easier.
simple with the rope, it's a drop down to a simple DC 10 athletics check using the rope because it's still a jagged 110 feet going down the side of a mountain using just a rope. You could still slip or hurt yourself. So just a simple athletics 10.
I'll let Jade go first, and I'll follow after her.
And considering the rocks are slippery with water and everything too, and the rope is going to be slippery, I think that's pretty easy for you.
Yep.
Okay, prepare for my death.
Down you go. Ooh, that was almost a 1.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, nope, that's all good. Okay, this is just. Why couldn't it have been a 1? I could re-roll a 1.
And you used your inspiration to do
You
more
have lucky.
damage last time.
Lucky I can only re-roll a 1.
Oh, shit,
I
that was
rolled
a
a
1.
2.
Yeah, you
I
did.
rolled
Never
a
mind.
That's why.
So
I said, like,
yeah,
I wish.
sorry.
I do. I do have inspiration.
Wait, no, you. I thought for sure you used it last time to.
Didn't you give us it? I used inspiration
Oh.
previously, only once, but you gave us inspiration.
Oh yeah,
again,
maybe
but
I gave it
used
to you guys again. Yeah, maybe I did. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're
I
lucky. You
think
can
you
use
used
that.
lucky last game.
I did use lucky last game though, but yeah, I haven't used inspiration since the first time I used it. But I think I'll use inspiration now.
All right. I'd
okay.
suggest it. Otherwise, it's a 110-foot drop. So.
Yeah.
No, it's in the water, but
Well,
still.
let's hope that I didn't like drop right. I didn't slip right from the top. So maybe it's only like a 80 or 70-foot drop. halfway
Well, to
through.
roll with 4, I might take 10 or 20 feet off, but
Yeah, true. Let me break my skills again. So let's try another athletics check.
you failed by 9.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay. That's better.
all right. So thanks to your inspiration, so uncheck it.
I got it unchecked.
Feeling inspired that this is your mission, you must succeed. You both make your way down 110 feet, and you get down to the bottom, and you plopping into the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what about Finwick and Fancy? Fancy can just fly over the top of the water.
Yeah, I'll just fly over the top. If there's anything that they want me to hold on to, that won't obviously be too cumbersome for me, I will carry it.
Now, normally, if you had heavy armor on, any other person, I would say heavily penalize your swimming ability. However, Jade, I'm assuming that your armor, it does not affect you in any way because you're an artificer. I'm going to assume that it doesn't. I'm treating it the same as light armor for you.
Okay.
Just because you already don't need your strength to wear it, and I just feel like that alone, like if you don't need to be strong to carry it, it's almost like it's a part of you and you're used to it. So I'm not going to give you disadvantage or anything, or make you sink to the bottom. But cause no, if you were a human in chainmail and you dove in the ocean, you're in trouble. So.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, and what about you, Finwick? How are you handling this? You going for a swim, or are you going to try to climb along the side? Or?
I'll go for a swim. I want to stay close to my brother in case he needs me.
All right. Athletics checks as you swim and try to avoid crashing up against the shore as you're making your way around to what you hope will be a coved area.
Yeah.
Not for you, Fancy.
So maybe she could assist someone if she wants to.
If they start to drown, so she
Sure.
can come over and help them out.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
honestly, the DC was just 12. So,
Oh,
I was like, I'll be there in case someone needs assistance.
Well,
Yes.
all
there's
right.
someone who got 11 though.
Yep.
Okay. What I would, just for funsies, Fancy, give me a dexterity check. If you can beat 10, I'll let you get over there to assist Jade before she slams into the rock. Just to see if your reflexes are good enough to get over there and
Okay.
grab her.
Working against the rain.
Oh, I'm gonna use my
No, I said
inspiration.
No.
I said DC 10. I said all
Yeah, you
Oh,
beat us.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you say DC 10.
Oh, yep. So DC 10 is exactly enough so that that'll give you an advantage. Jade, to roll again. That's basically her way of trying to assist you. Like, seeing that you're about to slam up against the rocks, you swoop over Fancy, right, and try to help her from crashing into the rock.
Yeah, and I'll kind of position myself between her and the rocks.
Nice.
So hopefully I can kind of like, with my wings, guide her.
All right. And with that, Jade, it's probably a new experience for you as well to have your chainmail on and be in the ocean trying to swim. So
Yeah.
kind of makes sense that you struggle a little bit at first. But all right. So with that, it's just one simple check to see how well you fare. You get up and you go around the edge of the cliffside, and strangely enough, as you round the cliff edge, you see the following. Where is it at? Here it is. The sun is out. The rain, none of the dark clouds that are raining is in this area. It's like an unnatural break in the clouds above. Very sunny. But yet, as you come out of the storm, it's literally like walking from like outside of a house inside. Like the rain stops that much. It's almost like cut off that drastically, with just a mild trickle or a little bit at the edge, and then you see this cove ahead of you. Now, the air here seems to be thick, of course, with the scent of salt and a soft sound of waves crashing against the jagged rocks echo in your ear. As you come around the side and you look and you come into the coved area, you're actually able to stand in 2 feet of water. It gets shallow very quickly, and what before you is kind of a little bit of a breathtaking, untouched area where the storm does not strike. So, the ground beneath you is a mix of slick and wet stones and soft, shifting sand, all submerged in a shallow cove where the water is only about 2 feet high. Each step feels heavier as the water clings to your legs, and the current is making it difficult to move. Beneath the surface, the rocks are treacherously slippery, threatening to send you tumbling with every misstep. Now, the shoreline is littered with the remnants of ancient ruins or pillars, I should say, more so than ruins, and broken A little bit of broken walls that are half swallowed by the rising tide. Their once pristine surfaces are now worn, smooth, and covered in barnacles. And there seems to be some strange carvings on these large pillars. And they're so large enough that you can see them from where you are. The strange carvings are of men and women, eternally frozen in the struggle of drowning in the depths. Their faces twisted in expression not of fear, but of rapture. Their arms reached upwards, eyes wide with eerie, blissful ecstasy, as if they're welcoming the embrace of the sea itself. And as you continue to look further inland towards the rocky outcropping of the tide pools, there's a large opening that leads underground. But other than that, where the surf breaks and there's a beach of fine sand that rests against the rock, you see white spider lilies. They are blooming there. Their pale petals stark against the dark stone. Their long, graceful stems waving gracefully in the breeze. So, what do you do?
There they are. But just like looking around in the area, especially with everything up to this point, the rain, those people, those voices. There has to be something else. I mean, I'm not being too overly cautious, am I?
No, I think you're right. But I think we won't find out until we approach the lily.
Okay. Start making our way towards the lilies.
Okay, so just as you begin to approach...
Of course.
Your caution was justified. Yeah. As you begin to... Just as you pause, and it's almost like you decided, okay, let's move forward, you take one step. And as soon as you start to make one step forward, the ocean itself seems to stir with an unnatural speed behind you. The tide rises far too quickly. Its rush louder and more insistent, until the very air grows heavy with a otherworldly presence. And then through the waves, something emerges. A figure, oh, maybe a creature, rises from the deep, near 15 feet tall in its form. It is a twisted blend of sea and flesh, dripping with salt water, skin glistening like the surface of the ocean. Its body is like the current, and its eyes glow with an unsettling, ethereal light for a brief moment. And you see this, but it is 15 foot tall. Rise from the wave. The creature gazes upon you. And in that instant, you feel as though your very minds are being pulled, stretched, as if some outside force is trying to slip into your thoughts for just a moment. And then the intrusion fades. And the creature speaks. Its voice both commanding, yet seductive, rising and falling like the waves themselves. It looks at you all, but then stares at Talbot. The Lithian flowers you seek are no cure, little hunter. And now, this voice is echoing in your heads. Her lips are not moving. But all of you hear this in your head. It is a blessing, eternal. The Lithian grants life unending, but the sea will always take its due. Come, drink of the tide, and be reborn in the abyss. And as the words reach your mind, you glance down at the water pooling around its feet. A few of the white lilies are now floating there, the delicate petals swaying gently on the surface with the rising tide. And the water around them shimmers with an almost hypnotic glow. Beckoning, almost like promising something. What do you do?
Assuming there's no like save to resist this, I do wish to like ignore this, especially with all the warnings we were given thus far.
There's no
Yeah.
save. You just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. So like, no, the lily is what I need, but not like this. No, I won't join the abyss.
What's everybody else doing? Just quiet, in shock, or was
Finwick's just watching his brother to make sure he doesn't join the abyss.
Yeah, don't worry. No, just joining here.
Yeah, Fancy's just kind of like fluttering above the water, just kind of watching.
And for the record, you get the impression when she said abyss, it's like the abyss of the sea, not like, hell.
Oh, no, don't worry. I got what you
Just for clarification.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's not like join me and go to hell.
Yeah, no.
I think Jade will just say like a quiet, no thank you.
And so you just stand there and say no. And she... Suddenly now, the water begins to churn violently around you, crashing against the rocks as this creature's voice cracks with fury. Her eyes glow with an otherworldly rage. You defy me. The sea does not take kindly to refusal. You would seek the flower of life, but know this, only the tide can choose who shall be reborn. Those who take what is not offered will be swept away into the abyss to join the drowned. You will see what awaits those who turn their backs on the mother. You will never leave this place. And from the depths of the waves, shapes begin to emerge. Figures rise from the water, twisted, half-human forms. They stagger towards you, their bodies covered in seaweed, barnacles, and their eyes wide with madness. And there are 4 creatures. Would you like to see them?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here is what another creature looks like.
Oh, he looks like Fawn from
Oh yeah, I get where you're getting at. Like the way the shape of his face from
I-
Pan's Labyrinth. You're thinking.
Thank you. It's like my brain is just
Yeah. I knew you were talking that. Yeah.
The next one. I'll give you a moment to look at it.
Yeah.
The 4th and final one. Oops. For some reason.
It's just Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah. He's got like Dracula nose though.
Wait, Dracula knows?
Yeah, like when Dracula turns, like that. Anyway, next time you watch it, just look at it.
Okay, with that, the tide is now your enemy. The drowned move towards you. Their gurgling cries fill the air as the ocean calls to them, beckoning them to drag you into the watery depths. That's where we roll initiative. This one here.
Should I have just accepted joining the watery abyss?
It was an
So we could
option.
avoid this fight? It was an option.
I mean, probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag your tokens out, but I want you guys.
Ooh, I like the map.
Well, thank you. I'm dragging you guys out, but I want you to place where you think you would have been. So I just want to point out that, do you see those white waves right here? Like pretty much
Yeah.
you can see where it goes from blue to white, right? As it's crashing.
Yeah.
That white is what you're standing. That's 2 feet deep water. where it's like slippery with sand underneath and slippery rocks, like I said, right? So
Yeah.
you're up to 2 feet of water, which of course for some of you is up to your eyeballs.
Yeah. Some of us are only 3 feet tall and we can't fly.
Just your heads are popping out. And Fancy would probably almost drown if you went in there.
Oh, Fancy would so drown.
So if you step out any further than like here, that requires like swimming. At that point, you're swimming. Okay?
Yeah.
So the white is like, we're going to say that that's like the shallow part. The deep blue is the deep. And the sand is the sand, obviously. And so put yourself where you think you would have been as... I just noticed it says, what conservative tide mother?
What?
It added a random name to it.
the names that...
I love some of
it's
the
so
names.
funny.
Yeah. I feel Tabit would have been here. I feel he would have been the closest to the lilies. That's why.
Then I would have been there.
Yeah.
Or there.
Okay. Jade, you'd be up front?
Yeah, I think I would have been behind the halflings, and then especially when they came up to like not move.
Okay. You're all locked in there? Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You know, I'm set.
Yeah, like I'm in shallows, right? Like I'm not swimming.
Yeah, it's 2 feet of water you're standing in. It's difficult terrain,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm just revealing where they were. I just want to know where you were before I reveal the enemies, so that you wouldn't be like, put yourself in a strategic place.
Yeah, no. That absolutely makes sense.
All right. So,
We done that?
you're all in the tracker. So now you guys can. So you can either do that on the carnival up above, or in the combat tracker thing. And when you're done, I'll roll all the enemies with the one click there.
No, they have names, Nick. The one on the I think
Oh,
one is
I know. I was
Sandy.
just curious if there was like something like the angry drowned or the sad drowned.
No.
Well, yeah, but I see they've got names there. Like they got like soaked,
I manually
Sandy.
renamed these earlier today.
salty, and wait, where's the other one? I only see
Seaweed?
Oh, way over here, seaweed. Okay.
Oh yeah, you really moved him out of there.
Yeah, he's really out of the way. Okay.
All right. So, with this said, let me just get my encounter thing out, and I think we should be good to get her going. I'm going to cycle through the whole combat once, just so you guys can see the whole carousel, because whatever reason that little glitch is there. So Talbot was the very first, huh?
Oh, apparently.
With the big 20s. No, what'd you get? 22 initiative somehow.
I think I did 22. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, here we are. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'm trying to remember what I can do again. Let's see. So for my bonus action, I'm going to take a small vial of like green fluid and sort of hook it up to my hand crossbow to give myself envenomed attacks for the next minute. That's my bonus action. Then for my action, I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt at the closest one, who's the drowned soaked. Let's see.
How is it that your entire team gets to go before any of my baddies except for the Tide Mother? Look at that.
Eddie?
Bullshit.
You shush.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. No.
Bullshit.
You shush.
Bullshit.
This is the only encounter where your entire army of NPCs doesn't act before us.
Bullshit.
Anyway, okay, so that was bonus action. So I'm going to make sure. Okay, so I've got one here for poison. So I'm going to be shooting. Oh wait, I got to target him.
T to target.
Is, let me see. Is this?
Yep.
Is he okay? It's target. Okay, right. So I think I gotta close this again. Okay, so I do this. I do normal attack. That's it. So then I do my damage.
One sec. Let me just quickly see something.
Oh, if he's got like shield or something like that.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll do my damage.
Some of these guys have reactions, so I just want to quickly.
Yeah,
double check.
no. Absolutely get it. Oh, it's pretty good. Deal 10 damage to them.
Okay.
Poison crossbow bolt. I'll also apply Vex on it, which will take effect afterwards. That's just the weapon mastery.
So this one, I will point out, is, well, you've seen the image there, and it's like just barely submerges up, comes up, like top half of it comes out of the water, and then you like pull out the crossbow, shoot it right in the chest, injuring it. But yeah, this one is like full on out in the water. Well, actually, no, it's just right at the edge, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right at the edge there. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
cool.
it's the closest one to us. So it's the closest threat is the one I wanted to attack first. That's it. Let me see. I want to move anywhere. We're sort of in the middle. I think I'm going to stay close with everyone right now. Or, yeah, we don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to stay close to everyone, so I'm going to stay where I'm to, movement-wise.
Okay.
Or, actually, do you want? I am going to move back just in case this tide comes up.
Don't
This
you
is the
get-
beach, right?
Don't you get 2 shots?
My bonus action, but I use my bonus action to activate my poison arrows instead. So next turn, when I don't need to use that ability, I can use my bonus action to get a second shot.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, so I'll just use that was difficult terrain. So yeah, I'll just move over here.
Perfect. Jade, you're up.
Okay, I am just gonna take one step back to make sure.
Just use your arrow keys. Is usually
There we go.
easier than dragging, but do what you want.
Okay. I think I'm going to target the same one Talbot did. And go with the lightning launcher?
Nice.
I think that's a good play against something that just rose from the water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not very good.
It is not enough. The lightning shoots, and the thing ducks its head and just whizzes just barely above its head, hitting the rocks behind, I guess, unless, as long as it's a miss.
Okay. I don't have any bonus actions I want to use right now, but my goal is to kind of stay and be the force in between the water guys and my small friends.
Very good. The Tide Mother goes. Just watching. Fancy, you're up. Why did it skip so many? No, did it?
Why did it skip to me?
Yeah.
Oh,
it-
yeah. Wait, the Tide Mother.
Here we go.
We're supposed to go too.
Must have double clicked by accident.
Yeah.
No,
But
Tide
isn't
Mother
the Tide
went.
Mother-
She
Okay.
just watched.
She's just watching?
Oh, she's
just
just watching? Okay, I
just
thought I
watching.
missed something. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
You skipped to me again.
It's skipping automatically. Why is it doing that? I didn't even have a hand on a mouse or keyboard, and it just moved.
I clicked me.
I
I
mean,
didn't know but I don't know if that's what happens.
Is the combat tracker racist to fairies too?
Yep, I think so.
There was
Either way, it's Fancy's turn.
Listen, I'm going either way. Okay, I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast towards. Oh my god, I hate how I only have one screen. Okay, hold on. Who have we been attacking? The soaked guy?
Yeah.
Yep, he's injured.
All right, I will do Eldritch Blast towards him.
I'm sorry, guys. On my screen with a 4K monitor, like, this is all glorious. So I can imagine if you have smaller monitors or only one, it gets much
Oh,
bigger.
No,
God.
I got two screens.
Like-
It looks great.
My character sheet takes up like over half the screen. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
I know. That's why I love playing this with the two monitors, so I can move my sheet over to one
Oh,
side.
rub it in,
and
Nick.
that.
Rub it in.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to do that's
Press T to target.
normal
Oh,
roll.
you needed to target him first, but that's fine. We'll use your roll.
Oh shit! Sorry. I
It's
Well,
okay.
forgot.
22 definitely hits anyway.
Yep. So
If I target him now,
You
is
can.
it Control T?
yeah, no, just regular T. Just hit.
Yeah, just
Oh.
click them and hit T.
Shit! I went into something else. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, forward and Alt F4 and control it.
Oh my god! It's like, do you even know how to use this? No.
All right, so 22 is
Okay.
definitely a hit. So you can just roll the damage
And-
over in the chat log. And now
No, don't want to do that. I want to do this.
the damage is already there, so you don't have to click it off your character sheet again. Remember? Perfect.
Yes.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Alrighty.
nice damage.
That
Yeah.
is that, and then
badly injuring it.
as I throw my Eldritch Blast at him, I'm going to take out my sword, and I'm going to do like a fancy like little flourish in the air and spin around, and like the water that was on my wings is just going to kind of fly off. And as the sun hits them, they're going to look like almost like crystals are flying off my wings. And I'm going to give Finwick a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And that's my turn. Wait, am I moving? Hold on. Sorry, I can't see the screen. I'm going to. Well, because there's a guy down here, and there's a guy over there. Ugh. I'm gonna stay where I'm to. That's it for me.
For the record, the one up here rose out of the sand. This one came out of the seaweed along the rocks, and both of these other two came out of the ocean.
Yeah.
If it matters.
Yeah, Veg, you could just like fly up, so they can't like get you that easily.
I have a feeling they're gonna throw things at me, so I'll go 10 feet in the air. So I'm 10 feet above the sea level, I guess.
Yeah, if I could say the word properly. Elevation plus 10 feet.
Okay. And I need to find where my bark inspiration is too. Aha, here it is.
Nice.
And
Finwick, feeling inspired.
All right.
You are up.
I am Naruto running under the water because you have to bend in Naruto run.
So it's difficult
Yes.
terrain to there.
Yep. I'm good.
Monk.
I have 55 movement. I can get there.
So you got 5 feet left after that. Yeah. Because that was 25 feet,
bad.
and so then that's 50 feet you just used.
It's, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yep, I got 40 feet. I have 15, so 1 square away.
Oh, I thought you were above here. Right
Nope,
here.
I was 1 to the right of that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were directly above. Cool. Either way, it don't matter. You're there.
I'm there. I'm not leaving, so it's all good. Also, I'm using my Cloak of the Lightning Smog ability to do the
What is that?
Smoky Blur. So when I move at least 10 feet, attack rolls against me have disadvantage until the start of my next turn.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
So there's smoke on the water, right? Smoke on the water.
Well, under the water, technically.
Yeah,
I'm like a
true.
a squid leaving ink,
Yeah.
just going. And then I kind of, you see me poke down, I Naruto run under the water. It's weirdly easy for me I kind of stick to the ground for some reason. And then I jump up right there out of the water and smack. So that's what's happening right now.
Target him first
First
before you
attack.
roll if you can.
Oh shit.
We're gonna see some awesome stuff right now. Yes.
You can
I'll target him for the next one.
That's good. So that is a hit. Let me check something. Actually, no. That's fine. That's a hit.
Okay, well then we'll just do the damage.
Eight damage.
And he's still up, so...
No, it says dead or die.
What?
Oh. It's a
Oh.
little... I'm zoomed out a lot, sorry.
Oh, he dead.
So you see me dip under the water, Naruto run under there, jump out of the water with a uppercut, and he just goes down. And then I got 1 5-foot square to go this way.
But yeah, I think we still need to be a bit careful though, because these things are probably going to be coming back.
I was gonna say, yeah, he went down too easily.
Well, she just mentioned that the
Suspiciously
drowned are a turtle, so we might need to start attacking her because she'll probably start reviving people on her turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Being out
Those
in
are
the middle
good
of the ocean
theories,
makes
but
that
at the
a little
same
difficult.
time, you all laid into it and did like 40 something damage to that thing, for starters. Because you all got initiative first before my team.
Oh, and because I killed it, hold on.
Oh, right. You get like 50 HP.
Hold on, I just gotta double check my thing because I got Touch of Death here.
Here's the
when
thing.
you-
Here's the thing. For your ability, does it have to like die?
when you
What's the
reduce a
wording?
creature to 0 hit points.
So
Okay,
even
so
if
even
it's
if they're
still
unconscious.
yeah, so like if you're fighting like a troll, for example, with regeneration or something, would you still get that ability?
If it went to 0 hit points, I do. All I'm doing
Okay.
is extracting vitality from it.
Perfect. I didn't know if you were like taking its soul or some shit. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Lifesteal Punch
soul is
and Touch of Death are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do Lifesteal Punch to undead, but I can do Touch of Death to undead.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
So,
do what you're doing there, yeah.
wisdom modifier plus my monk level. So, monk level 3, wisdom modifier is 2, so I get 5 temporary hit points. That's all.
Very nice.
Okay. Moving on. The drowned Salty. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Where's he
25,
going?
Trying to get close to his ally.
30.
To put a protective
Revive
wave on
them.
them.
Okay. Comes over, swims over, dives under the water, swims, like a fish basically. Gets over there, splashes up out of the water, extends his or her or their hands towards their fallen ally. And let me see. I need to roll. Ooh, big decent roll. Plus 13 health.
Ooh.
As salt
They're
just
clerics.
from the salty drowned sprays sea salt that comes from her over into
Back.
the soaked one, and in doing so seems to magically revitalize him.
Great.
So the one I took down is back?
Yep.
Sure
it's
is.
13 HP.
Just got healed up with salt water from the salty one. Okay, and other than that,
Is the square below that guy the 2-foot mark because it has mostly white?
yeah, I'd say that's 2 foot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
Up
to know.
next, seaweed. Let's see how far seaweed can go. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Seaweed.
25, 30.
I don't even have seaweed zoomed in enough.
Yeah.
Okay, he's making his way over.
He's the cool looking one.
Making his way.
Making his way.
Why does... Oh, here we go. Well, for some reason, I opened his sheet the first time. None of his abilities were there, so I closed it open again. Now they're all here. Here. So basically, that area just gets entangled with seaweed that comes up from a bit from the beach and from the shoreline, and it's all just a big load of entangling strands. Looks like you're the only one caught in it. So, Talbot, I would like you to make a DC. Well, I won't tell you the DC, but it is a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That's bullshit. Okay.
Yep, some of their abilities
That's
are
good.
dex, some are strength, some are different things.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
This one is pretty much one of those type of effects that are unavoidable.
think
It's
that-
just a matter if you're strong.
5.
So, basically, no matter for everybody, that's difficult terrain for what it's worth, whether you pass or not. But otherwise, you start your turn in that area, or you pass through it. Your speed is no. If you fail, then your speed is 0.
Okay, so I just can't move in this.
You're totally your feet are all wrapped up in these vines. And that's all he can do because, well, no, he still got his action left. So for his action, he's just going to use it as a dash. Why not? And let's get into fight more. Why? Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. 1 sec. Here we go.
He created more seaweed.
1, 2, 3. There we go. It's gonna
Oh,
dash.
he's really close.
He's getting up to here, getting into the fray. Now this one, the sandy one. This one you notice, his body's more like made of hardened sand and stuff, and there's like, I guess one thing you would notice is that there is sand is literally spiraling and spinning around him now at all times, almost like a passive ability. You're not sure what that's about. But
I can guess.
other than that, he's gonna start to do something. Cones go up, right? Like if you used a cone spell, say a 15-foot cone spell, how much would it go up? 15 as well? Would you say like cone of cold or whatever?
How is it worded in the description?
Well, it's one I made myself, but I'm just wondering, like, cone spells in general. Like, if you've got a cone effects in D&D. I assume they're not just 5 feet off the ground. Maybe they are. I don't know. Let's
I,
see.
I'm trying.
I've only
Is
ever done
there
12 feet off the ground because I
any
actually have
height?
never had a situation where
H-
I needed to think about anything outside of the 5 feet off the ground. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but a cone, you would
Yeah.
think.
Okay, I just Google it. Yes,
yeah.
cone spells in D&D have a specific height associated with their origin. The cone
Okay.
at the point of ground, but can also
Yeah, because I
be
think
the
they go
height
out
you
in all directions, is what I was thinking. But I was just trying to. Yeah, it hasn't come up
So
in any
it says here,
situation.
Yeah,
for
it's like I've never
example-
had it come up in my game, so I was like, I actually don't know offhand.
So it says, for example, cone of cold spell, which is a 60-foot cone, starts the caster's hand, extends outward from that point. Height. Well, the cone's length, maximum range is defined. The height at which the cone begins can be ground level or at the height of the spell's effect in the description. Well, that doesn't fully answer my question. Give me a quick sec.
I would
Yeah, I get-
probably look up like a dragon spell to see what their cones are.
Yeah, like if I had to guess, it would probably be as high as it is wide at the end. So if the spell ends and it's like 15 feet at the end, then like it'd probably be 15 feet up. Would be my guess.
Oh, the
Yeah.
only other house rule I could think of, because I can't get a definitive answer, it would be like, I don't know, to do half of the height of the spell. So like,
Make
if it's
it
a 60
as
foot,
high as it is long.
Yeah, that is
So
probably the
if-
easiest way to do it.
So,
If you're caught in the cone 10 feet out, it's 10 feet high.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
But if you're caught in the cone 15 feet out, it's 15 feet.
so for example, he's coming here and using a 15-foot cone diagonally, and I'm wondering if it's going to be hitting fancy as well.
So yeah,
like
well,
it-
15 foot diagonally would be all the way to
would
fancy,
say-
but fancy
yeah.
would be in the 15-foot range.
yeah, because she's 10
Yeah.
feet up. So pretty much, if
Your
she was
guy
20
would
feet
be
up,
in the
it would
10
be
foot.
no. But if
Yeah,
she's
if
50
I'm
Talbot
feet or
would be in the
less,
five.
she's
up,
in it.
then no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I think
easiest way
that-
to handle it.
I think
Cool.
that's fair. Yep.
Yeah, right. All right, perfect. So, takes a few steps down and is doing a sand blast. So, 15-foot cone of sand bursts up off the beach and shoots out in that direction. I would like Talbot and Fancy to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is your guy affected?
My guy
Is he-
affected.
Yeah, old seaweed.
Just trying to think of this ability, if this kind of thing would affect him or not. I'll say yeah. For this type of one, where it's just a blast of sand, yeah, I'm gonna make him save too.
You said dexterity, right?
Yes, yeah.
You said saving throw.
I passed. I rolled an 18.
I rolled
11.
bad again.
All right, are you keeping your failures?
I have nothing
Yep.
to re-roll. I don't think I have anything to re-roll. I'm just gonna
I'll
double
keep
check.
that failure.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I don't have any way to re-roll. I'm just double checking.
So
to make sure I
ignore
got
this
no
first.
abilities.
Oh no, I don't need to. I can just close it here. All right. So I'm going to target you. Actually, I'm just going to roll the damage first. And would it work that way? No, it wouldn't. I can't target multiple people. It's fine. I'm just going to roll the damage. Normal. Average roll. So Talbot, you take 7. And I'm going to make Fancy also take 7. If I could get this to work. Let's see if this works. Can I do it this way?
Are you trying to apply the damage to us?
I got the damage on me.
I'm experimenting with something. Okay, here we
Okay.
go. You're... What the hell? Do you have... Oh, I knows why.
Why?
I gotta take it away. I think we equipped... We gave you temporary HP, didn't we? Because the rabbit from the previous thing, I think it was still there. Okay. Remember the rabbit gave you temp HP?
Oh, yes.
But that didn't go away with the long rest that we did.
No, the system didn't take it away. Because that's the problem. Because I just put
Okay.
7 damage on you and your health didn't move. I was like, you ain't that tanky. All right. All right, here we
Because
go.
I should be down to 17. Yeah.
There we go. Now you're injured. Perfect.
Now I'm injured.
So, with that, yeah, it's just like the sharp cutting sand and the force of it just wails into both of you. And the seaweed one just sees it coming. Oh, hits him in the back. Seems to have no effect on him. Otherwise, let's move on to the next person. Drown the Soaked, who got beat down horribly from you guys, wants some sweet revenge, and he's gonna get it. What's the range on this 30-foot cone? Okay. Where are you gonna go? Cocky? Probably gonna blast his own dude, but hells yeah, worth it. Step. Well, he should get to a point where he's not gonna blast his drowned sand guy. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, he's just gonna step down. He'll avoid getting attacks of opportunity from the monk. He'll just go down and then diagonally down. But he'll go here. So 30 foot is gonna hit. I think that would hit everybody, right? Except for the sandy one. Yeah, I think so. Either that or here. Right here should be good. Alright, so everyone. This is a tidal wave. 30-foot tidal wave is coming in. You all must make dexterity saving throws, please. Including my guy, who's getting hit by a tidal wave.
Okay. A 30-foot would hit the sandy guy from there, but if you took one step back, it wouldn't.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I just measured 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh, you're right. Yeah, so he'll go here.
Yeah, but he can easily position himself. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Let's see. What type of save we make a dex?
Dex. Oh, my guy's good again. He's avoiding all the AoEs. How are we doing on our saving throws? Looks pretty good so far, team.
I rolled an okay one this time.
Look at these. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so this one way it works is, okay, or half as much damage on a successful one. And if you would have failed, you would have been knocked prone. But, so, I'm just going to roll the damage and then I'll apply it to you guys. Damage, I don't think you can roll half, so we'll just roll this. Half of it rounded up. Oh, max damage. So 4 damage per person. I'll put it on you guys.
Okay.
4 down. Click this. 4 down. 4 down. And my guy got to take it even though he saved. Boo earns. My own guy's beating each other up. Alright. So, let me quickly check. I don't think he has anything else to do here. Nope. That's it for him. Moving on. Back to the top. Round 2, technically. Talbot. You have 0 movement. You just got blasted with sand in the back and then a tidal wave to the front.
Yeah, I think, let's see. Do I want to focus on seaweed guy or do I want to focus on sand guy? I think I want to focus on sand guy. Sand guy can hit pretty hard.
Ooh, there's one thing that's going to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I thought it was, but actually, no. Nope. Never mind. Go ahead.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just checking a few things here. Okay, perfect. So I am going to. Oh, make sure I target him. I'm going to attack sand.
Oh, wait, hang on. So you're going to attack the sand guy?
Yes.
Okay. So, when I just had to let you know that due to the swirling sand around him, you will ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
But I'm in melee, so like with my crossbow expert, I could make those attacks at melee.
Yeah, but they're still a ranged attack. You just don't get the penalty, right?
It's a ranged weapon. Normally in melee range, they're at disadvantage anyway, but I lose that disadvantage when I'm in melee, so yeah, it's I don't know how this would sort of be counted. Like, So it's a ranged attack at melee, so I'm not sure what the ruling on that would be, because normally it would give you disadvantage, but I have a feat that counteracts it.
Okay.
Let me see what the wording says on the crossbow expert, because maybe that'll answer it for us. Let me just see if it counts as a melee attack or if it just removes the disadvantage. That's all I want to see.
I get what you're saying. You're
Or
in
like
melee
any-
range.
Yeah. So let me just see. So
What are you
Where
saying
there
now?
is sand swirling around him,
Okay,
and you
so-
just say all attacks against him are at disadvantage.
yeah, so firing a melee, being within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage on your attack rolls with crossbows. Okay, so it's not considered a melee attack. So okay, so I think the disadvantage would still apply based off that wording because I'm still firing a crossbow. So I mean, it could be lost or damaged in that swirling thing, even if I'm at point blank range, effectively. So I'm okay with the disadvantage still applying, but it's your call.
Just for now, we'll let the dice decide.
Oh,
Let the
okay.
dice decide. At 2, it's in your favor. Or 1, it's in mine.
Okay.
2, it's in your favor. So, since you're in melee with it, you can roll normal.
Okay, sounds good. I'm good either way. I just wanted to sort of see what the wording was. So
Tis
let's
fine.
see.
Tis fine.
So I've already got that poisoned. I've got him targeted. Okay, so I'm going to do this. It's going to be a normal attack.
Womp womp.
I think that was a miss anyway. Yeah, that was a miss. Okay, I'm going to make another attack. I'll just hit the attack up here again. Hit! Okay, so I'll do my damage. I'll also apply the Vex effect, just so next time I attack him I'll have advantage. Oh, low damage. Only 6 damage.
Okay.
But did that apply to him? Okay.
Here's the thing. It's only detecting in the system that if I hit it, he's going to take 4 damage. The reason is he has resistance.
So one
He
of
has
the damages to poison, yeah.
But the poison still affects. So, all right. There we go. He's now barely injured. Seems like the poison had an effect, but the bow, not so much.
Okay. Good to know. That is my turn.
Jade.
So the soaked round is the one that was like he was damaged before, right?
He was totally down, but then he got healed 13 health.
Okay.
So,
Let's
yeah.
see if I
Salty's the one that healed him, so I don't know if Salty's the only one that could heal or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could take him out. I think he's still targeted. Is he not targeted?
Nice. Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay.
Lightning. What'd you get, a 19? Yeah. Okay. Tis what it is, yes.
Okay, and where this is the first one this turn, I can do the one extra d6 damage.
Yes.
Nice. Ooh.
Really? 13?
Oh,
you knew?
that's exactly enough that you needed to bring him down.
Nice.
Exactly enough. Describe how you zap him.
So I kind of like line up that like gauntlet part of my hand, and wait till it like bobs in the brine, and like take that moment to fire, so it strikes it like right in the face.
Right in the face, and and just after it finished doing a tidal wave on you, you blast it with lightning, and the body flops down and it's just floating again, unconscious in the waves.
Okay. I also feel like when we're conga lined like this, we're given too much opportunity.
Sandstorms and tidal waves, yeah.
So that was difficult terrain, so that should have been all I was able to move, right? Oh no, I have one more square because of my movement thing.
Oh, right, because you got your infiltrator on them.
Yeah, I got my 40 feet.
Very nice.
So I'll just move over here to try and break up the conga line.
Probably a good idea.
Uh,
The Tide Mother watches on, disappointed at the drowned soaked.
it's like, really?
Fancy, you're up.
Okay, where I'm 10 feet in the air, am I in this drown's range of attack if I were to move away from it?
Well,
Yeah, so pretty much, his melee attacks have like a reach of 10 feet.
you don't
That's
know.
why
He hasn't done any melee attacks yet, but he just has normal arms on him.
Okay, I'm going to.
Like he has human-sized arms,
I'm going to attempt it.
but made of seaweed and flesh.
I'm going to attempt to fly here. Actually, here.
Did you disengage?
No.
Okay. His melee reach with Seaweed Lash is... I'm just looking it up here. I know for sure he got the range. I just want to see. Some of these have 10.
Okay.
Some of these have even longer than 10. He has 10.
Okay.
10-foot range. So that would be enough. Because what happens is he basically stretches like Stretcher does. His arm stretches like seaweed, like a plant-like thing, and he's whipping out at you. So I'm going to make that attack now, okay?
Okay.
Here it is. Seaweed Lash. Normal. Roll the 15.
That will hit.
Okay, no spells, no shield spells or nothing saving you. I'll just roll the damage. Fair to say?
Oh wait,
Oh.
1 second.
And you might not be able to move too, depending on the ability.
And,
Yeah, hold
and
on.
there's silvery barbs and stuff. That's why I'm just asking before I roll the damage.
Yeah, no, that's shit. No, I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay. Where the frig am I doing? I'm rolling the damage. Here we go. Normal damage. Decent. 7. Wow. That put you near death because that's your third time you've been. That's the
It
third
should.
time you've
That's
been hit.
yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah,
And-
that really is.
Now,
Okay.
hang on. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be pulled 5 feet closer to it.
Great. I'm not very strong.
It doesn't immobilize you, it just pulls you in a little bit each time it hits.
I have like a -1.
DC 12.
Okay. Yeah, but
Strength.
we're not
Do
doing
it.
so hot.
You can do it. We're doing fine.
No.
So it took.
You're-
All it means. Wow. All it means
It's
though
only
is
go
it.
5 feet closer. I mean, you'll still be able to move. It's just less movement you have.
It took 5 feet of your movement. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. I'll just do what I was gonna do in the very beginning.
Yeah, it's just a bit of damage. that's
So
all.
I'm here, back here, right?
Yeah.
No. You just have.
You only
5
went
feet.
5 feet.
Yeah, you only lost 5 feet of your movement. That's all.
Okay.
It's just one block towards it.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Good plan.
Momento. I just have to target my no. What
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
doing?
You got blasted with sand, then a tidal wave, and then whipped with seaweed, and now you are near death.
It's fine. Just all in a day. Hold on, I'm just gonna find my spells. Oh, that's the wrong tab.
I was going to feel so guilty if Fancy dies.
Oh, feel guilty.
Will you join me on my adventure? Sure. Drown.
Oh my god. Okay.
But it's just to save my dad, so, she'll die for a good cause.
Oh.
Finwick will help you cope.
Ooh, big roll. Plus 11.
Ooh!
Okay.
Nice
Also, there's going to be a
deal.
conversation about killing her anyway in the near future.
Nice.
True.
She saw me crawl down the wall.
Yes. I failed. I couldn't keep
Okay.
her away.
All right. I'm going to drowned soak. Is he dying? Is he dead?
Oh yeah, he's just bobbing in the water right now.
You're dead
Okay,
again.
So I'm going to look at the drowned guy, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him.
Wait, which drowned guy?
Seaweed?
Oh,
Or
sorry, the
sandy
seaweed
one?
guy. Sorry, seaweed guy. Okay, hold on.
Target him.
Where's my Eldritch Blast?
And healing word's a bonus action, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
cool. So make
Bonus
sure
action. Yeah.
There you go.
So you can do a
Perfect.
Healing Word is so
cantrip
good.
damage.
This
All right,
is
shoot that.
normal. Okay.
Ooh, I love that effect.
I do too. That's a huge roll. Yep, that's definitely a hit.
Big damage, big damage.
And damage.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Max
max
damage.
damage.
Damage! Yay!
brings him to injured.
All right. I shit, use my bonus action, so I can't give another bardic inspiration. So that is my turn.
Oh, I have a bardic
Yeah,
inspiration.
Felix still has his
Never mind
bardic
Yes,
inspiration.
he
there
has
anyway.
his. I was going to try to work my way around, but he has his.
that. So moving here, underwater,
Open the
Naruto
healer.
running across the bottom of the ground. Jump up and try the uppercut move again. It worked on the last guy. And strike. We will do normal attack.
No.
What's the bardic inspiration?
That's it.
Give me 1 second.
Is it
'cause
a D6 at this
I have
level?
two. Hold on.
She's level
If it's a
2
D6, I'm not
bard.
going to try it. I'm not going to use it.
It's probably a D6. Give me.
Could be a D4
Oh my
though, because
God.
you're only a level 2 bard.
I don't think it's a D4. I think D6
They don't
is
use
the
D4s
smallest.
for anything
Okay.
anymore like
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
D6 is the smallest, but just double
Uh,
check it. It might be different for 2024 offhand.
Okay, looks like we're a D6. Yeah,
Okay.
because it
Not
changes
using it for
to,
this.
Yeah, it changes to
You
a
use
D8 or
inspiration?
level 5.
I don't have inspiration.
Okay.
All right, so I did the uppercut, but obviously I missed. But I was underwater. But I am going to use one of my key points or focuses to do a flurry of blows and try another 2 attacks while I'm up in the air. Okay, we'll just change that, and I'll try this attack again.
Come on.
Good
Feel a
luck.
crit. Yes.
All right, so first one.
Trying to.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, second attack. No. So what I did is I
so
uppercut,
close!
miss, spin around, kick, miss, hit, and land back like superhero pose in the water, slightly over my head.
He's not even barely injured.
I just
His
hit
man
the.
bun is just there along the water.
Okay, I think I just accidentally put the because you had the soaked one targeted, and when I hit the apply the damage, I think
Oh
I put it on
shit!
the
I
soaked.
forgot to target the new one.
Okay.
So
What damage was that?
It was 8 damage.
8.
yeah, I'll put
8
it on.
damage to the soft one. My bad. I'm gonna retarget him now.
No worries.
He'll be
Now
next.
it's injured there because I noticed I hit it and didn't even injure it. I'm like, something's going on. Yeah, so perfect.
So yeah, I uppercutted out of the water, missed, did a spinning, kick, hit once, and then superhero landing, like Iron Man, in the water. I'm underwater, but whatever.
Okay.
Just my bun on the top, as
Yep.
noticed by Fancy.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see this one. Okay. All right, so that's your
Their
turn.
attacks back to back.
The drowned salty one. Gonna roll the dice. Okay. Okay. Based on this, it doesn't like that you're attacking it, so it's gonna target you back. Here we go. Salt Lash coming at you. You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this.
I think I am.
Are you?
I might be.
You've got this, brother.
Salt Lash. 17.
Apparently that hits.
Okay. Damage roll.
However,
Oh.
I'm going to roll my reaction to deflect attack.
So how does that
So
work?
D10 plus my Dex modifier. Okay, so take a reaction to reduce the attack's total damage. So hold on. So I just roll a D10 plus my Dex. Let me see if that's something that you have built in here. Reduce. Okay, I'm going to push this button. Okay, this one actually might do it. Here, yep. So I'm going to roll it.
So
1d10 plus 3 plus 3. Why is it plus 3 plus 3?
Is it your No, wait.
That's
It
not
should only be
something
a
I added,
D10
that's-
plus my Dex modifier.
Oh, because your Dex in your
Plus
so
my
3
monk
for your
level.
monk level, 3 for your Dex modifier.
All right,
That's what it
so
is,
yeah, so I reduce the attack to instead of 17, it's a 7.
No, it was
doesn't.
only
No,
7.
it doesn't reduce the damage. So now you take no damage. It's the 7 damage you reduced.
Oh, it's the attack total damage. Yes. Did he
Yeah.
do damage to me yet?
Oh, I didn't apply it yet. No. So you, how do you deflect the salty lash coming at you?
So I just, honestly, it's like an arm bar. So the seaweed lash comes out, flick my wrist, and throw it. So it actually redeflects and it goes down and hits the seafloor.
Yeah, salt sprays everywhere. All right. It has multi-attack. Here comes its second attack.
Yeah, I got no more reactions, but at least one.
Where's it at
Yeah.
here?
And if you want to spend a key point, you could make it like take some damage, but I guess save those for your flurry blows.
No, I can make it take damage. If something was within 5 feet of me, I can make that take damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
'Tis a miss. Moving on. The drowned seaweed one. He hasn't used this yet. Ooh, that's cool. I needed to do that last time. I should have. Actually, the only reason he's damaged is because his allies damaged him. Alright. Well, he's going to start lashing out. Closest target is right next to him.
Yep. Can't get away.
This is not salt lash. This is a seaweed lash. Oops. Don't read that. I clicked the wrong one.
That's great.
Don't read that. I've hurt your eyes.
I deleted it. Did it delete for everyone?
I
yes.
saw something pop up and it went away, so yes.
It went away.
You
I
have
also wasn't paying
miss.
attention at all. So
You have
you're good.
17 armor
really
class?
funny.
I do.
17 AC. What the hell? Okay, anyways. Here comes its second attack. Multi-attack. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat 17, though. Oh, I did. All right.
Shield! No, I don't have that.
Any reactions, or am I rolling the damage?
No, I'm not using reaction. I don't know if anyone else is.
I will do silvery burbs.
Really? Okay. Who you give an advantage to?
I'm going to give advantage to who's after me.
Give it to yourself,
Or it could
too.
be like, no. I'll give it to Jade. Hasn't gone yet, has she?
Well, we're at the bottom of the round.
Oh,
so, I mean,
right. Yeah.
all the
Okay.
enemies
I'll
go
give
last.
it to. I'll give it to Talbot.
Okay. Making another attack roll. 14 is a
I
miss.
need to-
The barbs worked.
Okay. I need to check
Congratulations.
that off.
The drowned Sandy, however, is rolling a die for a recharge of his sandstorm ability. Did not get it back. So therefore he will whip. Oh, look who's closest to him. Does he want to keep whipping this guy? I guess they're not.
When I whip you, whip, we whip.
Huh.
17 AC is going to be tough.
maybe
But he'll
not.
try for now. If he keeps whiffing round after round, then maybe he'll move on to something else. But for now, let's see if he can beat down the Ranger with a Sand Slash. That is a miss.
I wasn't sure. I was still rolling. It looked like you were going to get 16 on the die for a moment.
That's a natural 20. And there's no barbs. There's no
Wait,
barbs.
he gets 2 attacks?
They all have multi-attack.
Oh, did the other guy get 2 attacks? I must have missed that.
Yep, he did.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
He
Okay.
missed one, and I've redeflected one.
Okay.
Right.
Who's ready for the critical damage? Oh my god.
Oh my god! That's all my HP. I'm at 0.
Great.
So,
That's all of my HP.
the first
exactly
one
enough.
comes up with seaweed and it's like whips at you. You duck the first one's whip. It's going to hit, but then the silvery barbs comes in and blocks the seaweed. Then from behind, a sand slash. He arcs his hand and sand comes up. First one just misses completely, then he swings back and the sand comes up again, forms almost like a straight blade almost. And this one cuts right across the jugular. Your throat, blood sprays, and you drop to the ground, unconscious, with a massive critical hit. Soaked is still bobbing in the water. Back to the top. Talbot, death
That's saving
throw.
throw for me. What do I roll? Okay, I gotta roll here. Okay.
Just a d20. Or you can just click it on the
no,
sheet.
it's on the sheet. Yeah, that's why I was just saying.
Failure.
That's a failure.
Jade, you are up. The blood is pooling on the beach of your friend Talbot. Not that
Okay,
you need
I'm
to do
coming
anything,
here.
but I'm just saying.
whatever the benefit or detriment of standing in here happens.
As soon as you step in, it's just you have to make a DC 12 strength check where your speed is 0. And you're stuck in it, so.
Okay. I'm trying to target Talbot with Cure Wounds.
Yeah, these things will keep knocking me down. You should focus on killing them.
I mean, they love to do AoE, and...
Also,
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
trying to seize movement 10 feet, it can use his reaction to cause the same as creature gratified. Well, first let's see. I want to see if you pass the weed, and then the other drown guy might react. I guess. You're gonna make a DC 12 strength check.
Oh, a strength check to stand there?
Well, no, just to see if your speed is reduced to 0. Like if you're entangled by the seaweed.
No, I live in the seaweed. I have no strength.
Okay. So because of that,
Oh, you have okay strength.
because of that, the sandy
Carefully.
one will use.
Oh, I made it.
You did. The sandy one will use its reaction, and going to get the sand of the beach to trap you. So make another DC 12 strength check.
What a bitch.
That's a failure. So basically your feet, you avoid all the seaweed, but your feet sink down into the beach to the point where it's like quicksand, up to your knees or thighs, and it's got you trapped there as the beach is kind of going around you.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead as you were. What are you doing? Oh, cure wounds.
Yeah, gotta get a halfling
that's
up.
a big one.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was literally his. Wait, that was more health than
18.
yeah. Wow, that's a lot. That was a massive cure wounds.
No, that is everything.
The Tide Mother watches on with glee as Talbot was dropped down in a pool of blood, but as quick as he's down, the light comes on in his eyes again, and she frowns. Okay. Fancy, you are up. And on mute.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast Seaweed.
Okay. That's a low roll. Oh, you rolled a 2.
Oh, don't think that hits.
Nope.
Missed. I'm going to... I can have more than one bardic inspirations out at a time, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know if it's changed for 2024.
We won't look it up now. We'll assume you can. We can look it up later.
Okay, all right. I'm going to cast a bardic inspiration towards... This, I guess Talbot doesn't have advantage anymore.
Well, you still get it, I think.
Yeah, it'd still get us.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter
I'm going to give it to... So, I'm going to just do like a fancy little like flip in the air with the sword. And then I'm going to give Jade bardic inspiration.
You are inspired by her aerial feats of swordsmanship.
Amazing.
And I can make you cry. So, it's good.
As you
Alright.
stand holding a bleeding halfling who had his throat cut and knee deep in sand.
Crying.
In bloody
She's
water.
So beautiful.
You're like, however, that is beautiful.
All right. I will. I'm going to fly 15 feet up in the air.
Another 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will change you to 25, plus 25 feet.
Yeah.
If it would let me do it, I would change it to 25. There we go.
That is it for me.
A little bit too low to the ground where you got hit with that blast last time.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Finwick, the monk master,
All
is
right.
up.
So when I deflected the tentacle lash, I run up it, very anime style, to try and get a couple more smacks. First one. Oh, that was a miss. I'm going to use another focus to... Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do another flurry of blows on this guy.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows. Normal attack.
Okay, pause for a second. Let's
Yes.
see.
Damage. Not a ton. But I have another flurry of blows, so I'll try that.
Okay, I applied the 4 damage.
Oh,
Nat
not
1.
good.
Okay. Well, 1 out of 3 hits, and you draw some blood as you broke off one of its barnacle things and busted its lip a bit, injuring it. But
Well,
otherwise,
that's it from me.
the drowned salty will now roll a die. Ah, it has recharged. Glorious. Okay.
Just
How
leave
does it
my
want to do
zone.
this? How does it want to do this? Does it want to get punched by a monk? Probably it would try to, yes. So you can get your reaction. Because it can't disengage because it's going to need to use its action to do what it wants to do. So yes, punch it.
Okay, I'll use my reaction to punch.
Punch it hard.
Yes.
And I will use my reaction to damage. Oh, that's better.
Ooh, 7. Badly injuring it. Ugh. So that's 2 movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20. It sees that you're really fast, so I don't think moving away is going to do much. But for now, it's moving, shifting over to here. And, yeah, what's that? 5, 10. Oh, he's just out of range. Okay, so if it was here, 5, 10, 15. So if it goes here, 5, 10, 15. Yep. So 15 feet diagonally would get the drowned seaweed, and 15 feet down the other way gets the drowned soaked. Okay, so it's salty seaweed that just recharged goes off, and it is a 15-foot radius centered on the salty one. So that's going to get all 3 for a beautiful heal amount of... Well, that wasn't it. Going to be... What the freak? I can't... It's not... I just gotta roll it naturally.
Wait, 15-foot radius?
Centered on itself, yes.
Yeah, so it would only get 2 of them. It wouldn't get 3.
Oh, I was just counting 3 squares diagonally for 15. But...
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I thought you were saying it would get all of your guys, including the sand guy.
No,
You wouldn't get the sand guy.
No, just these 3 in the line here. It's like 15 feet around this creature here, so I assume. All right, anyways, I had to roll this manually. So 2d8. So they all heal. Oh, I rolled low.
Haha.
Don't laugh at me. How dare you? +5. +5. I guess I could have selected most. +5. He's back alive. The soaked.
No!
He's gonna die real soon.
The drowned seaweed. This one up here. It's up in melee with you two. Now, technically, both of you are in melee range.
Yeah, if he's got 10-foot range.
However, you are prone.
I am prone, so he's going to have advantage on me.
Yes. I will take advantage on you. Should I? Probably. Here's the thing. These things are not intelligent, but the reason I'm playing them as if you noticed I'm playing them as if they're intelligent is for reasons.
Okay. Well, as I said, like, you know, I am a vulnerable target, so I don't think there's any matter of, like, great intelligence or
Ooh,
strategy is
but I
required that I'm the easier
usually-
target.
Yeah.
I usually,
Unless he thinks he's dead.
It's true.
Well, no, he saw me get revived, so...
I know. Unless he was dumb enough and didn't realize what happened. And
I
still
forgot.
thinks
I
he's
usually
dead.
like to let the dice always decide in my games, just in case somebody dies. So, that being said, we're going to roll a...
I'll be okay. I'm okay with dying. I have
Nope,
backup
this is
character
my rule.
ideas,
I've
so
done
I'm
it.
A-okay.
I've always done this, so... On a 1, it's
One
Talbot.
about the ocean.
Yeah. Maybe ocean.
1, it's Talbot. 2, it's Jade. One's a Talbot.
I think Talbot's death here would be poetic and really push Finwick's story much harder.
Okay. I also had to roll real quick to see if his... Oh, no, he didn't actually use this ability yet, so I don't need to, he doesn't need to recharge. Cool. All right, here comes the Seaweed Lash. Normal. Oh, I meant to be advantage. So I'll just do another normal attack. Because he had advantage because you're prone. Double 9s. Okay. So that's a miss. And here we go. And this, so it's second attack, but multi-attack is an attack again, but this time I'll actually click advantage. Okay. Dirty 20.
I'm going to
save it for crits. Save it for crits.
Fine, I'll save it for a crit.
He already has advantage on this too because he's prone. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And the other guy's gonna be attacking soon. So yeah, just it's okay. Don't say yeah.
Normal damage from the Seaweed Whip. Whoosh. Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
6 damage, badly injuring you. Moving on. The Drowned Sandy. He also has 2 targets. Let's find out who it is. On a 1, it's Talbot. Nope, going after Jade.
Why?
Now, his Sandblast, I gotta see if it recharges. It does not, so he still can't do that big AoE. So, that said, I'm gonna target this Artificer, and I'm gonna whip it. I'm gonna whip it good. With a nat 20.
Ooh, he did whip it good.
That is Silvery Barbs.
Yeah, Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs. The dirt. The nat 20s.
Rolling
Nick,
again.
you knew. I think you manifested that.
Ooh, a 16 will hit exactly enough, but it's not a critical. So that's good. Rolling said damage. Who are you giving the advantage to now with this barb?
I'm going to give it to Jade now.
Okay. You're handing out all kinds of
Jade
buffs,
has
inspirations.
Yeah, so Jade has Bardic Inspiration and advantage. Talbot has advantage, and Finwick has Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. Jade, you are injured from the first hit. The multi-attack goes off. Normal swing. That's a big miss as you block it. The Drowned Soak, whose eyes come... he was only down for 2 rounds, so he couldn't have died naturally, so he's back up. Otherwise, I would have had to make death saves for him. But I only want to take the time to roll death saves if I get to the 3rd round, just to see if he would have survived. I'll make all 3 in one shot if I have to. You know what I mean? Just to speed up the game. But either way, so it wasn't 3 rounds. So he's up. Who put him down? Who's the one to put
The last time?
That was Jade. Jade got him down, I'm pretty sure.
Too far away. Going after
Yeah, because she did exactly enough damage to put him back down.
I'm going to go here. Come up and attack this monk. Right there. Why not? Gonna whip you, man. Gonna whip you. Oh yeah, 18. I'm gonna roll the damage.
That's good.
I'm gonna roll
Roll
the damage.
I have no reactions left.
So it's 6. Didn't even budge you.
That's, yeah, mostly temporary. Yeah.
You have temporary HP, do you? Because of your monk shit.
I had it because I killed him originally.
Nice. Is multi-attack attack? Ooh, 19.
Ooh, close.
Close to a 20. I seen a 20 on my screen for a second there. Normal damage. Again, 4s. I'm wrong. So many 4s. Okay, I'll take it though. Slightly below average, but it's okay. Now you are injured. Moving on to the top of the round where our heroes get to go. Talbot.
Okay, I'm standing up.
And you have advantage.
I have advantage, so I'm going to target the seaweed. He seems to be causing the most trouble there right now. I might be
Technically,
able to
each round you're in that, you could be rolling a DC 12 strength so that you can move if you ever wanted to. So you can make 2 DC 12 strengths if you want. because you didn't
Sure.
do it last round, so you had 2 chances
Well,
to break out.
it's not going to impact my attack. Like, I'll see if I need to move, but I
Yeah.
mean, I probably won't anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So I'm going to. Okay, I just had to double check. So my thing is in concentration, so I still have that up. So I'm going to make an attack. So this is going to be with advantage on the seaweed guy. So that's going to be this advantage. It's a hit. Damage. And that's 7 damage to him. I'll apply my Vex. So my next attack on him is going to be advantage anyway, just because of. Why is the death save still? Does my do I need to get rid of the status or something? Because death save is still on my character sheet. I just noticed. Give me a moment. Do I have an effect on me? Don't see anything that's on. Okay, weird.
No, me either.
Okay. Not a big deal. It's just sort of. Oh wait, here I hit a button to get rid of it. There we go. Okay, so I'll make my next attack. So this will be with advantage as well. I think I can just do it. Clean this. That's a hit. And a damage.
That's annoying. This whole game, I have a character that has a reaction ability, and not once have I been able to use it.
Max damage 13.
Near death.
He's near death. Do you know what? I want to kill him right away. So I'm
1
going
HP. He's got 1 HP.
Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna do this. Do I want to? I haven't used spell slots for anything else, but will I need them? Maybe. I'm just making sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter what effect I pick. So yeah, just to kill him, so he's dead for now. I'm gonna spend a spell slot to. What's the ability called? I'm just trying to see the name of it.
And make sure you can do it after you see your dice rolls.
It is. This ability effectively works with Smite, so it's after the damage. When you have this effect on, I can effectively spend a spell slot, deal an extra d6 poison damage.
Oh, that's good. Then.
The creature's also poisoned, which doesn't matter because this will kill him, and another thing. So I'm just going to spend a spell slot. I'm not even going to roll the die if he's only got 1 HP, because, even if I roll a 1, he's dead. So I'm just doing this just to take him out.
He drops down. Anything else from Talbot?
No, that was. I guess I'll see if I can move. Is the seaweed still up? Where he's unconscious? I don't know if that's a concentration thing or not.
We'll say it is.
It is up or it's gone.
It'll wither away. There we go. It's gone.
Okay.
However,
okay.
Jade is still in quicksand when her turn comes, but otherwise that's...
That's okay. So I'm going to roll to move just to space this out a little bit, but I got to make that strength save. But now I need to make 1. So, okay, so I'll do this. I'm still here.
No. What's keeping you there is the sand. Grasping sands. And it's being within 10 feet of the sandy guy, you start to sink. So that's why. So.
Oh yeah, nope. That's okay. So that's the end of my turn.
Jade, again, you can roll if you want to be able to move. It's grasping sands. You just need a DC 12.
I'll see if I can move.
Strength. You might as well do it each round just to free up your legs. Get away from. Yeah, you're good. So you can fight through the quicksand.
Okay. Just trying to figure out who's the best punching target. I think maybe if I try and hit the drowned salty.
This one is the healer, but this one is near death.
Yeah, I think less guys doing less things is good.
Cool. What you doing?
So I'm gonna try and lightning punch him.
Lightning punch.
Lightning punch.
You have advantage.
Oh shoot. I should have hit the button.
It's okay, just do another regular attack. And good luck.
Okay.
16, let me see. Damn it! I have again the reaction. I was one away from the other use reaction. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. You zap him. He's now once again for the third time this battle bobbing in the water. This poor guy.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here.
You should just take a hint and stay dead.
This healer keeps bringing him back. So
It's like, no, let me go.
His healer's not actually his friend. It's like, get up, die again. Okay, I'm done.
the Tide Mother watches and appears disappointed. Fancy, you're up.
All right, so Seaweed and Soaked are both dying dead, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast up towards the sand guy, just so maybe he will be less restricting of my friends. So Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I wrote his ability as ranged attack, so I don't think that would apply to spells. Probably not.
Let me have a look.
How does ranged spells work for things that are against ranged attacks? It's a ranged attack spell, isn't it?
I was gonna look at the thing.
Yeah,
It should
typically
be
it's a ranged spell attacks, which works
make a
same thing as
ranged
spell.
spell attack is what it is. So
So-
this is at disadvantage?
If you were to shoot him, yeah. So
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot him. Did I close that out? I didn't roll anything,
that
did I?
said, you still might hit him because he's,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you got a lot of bonuses.
Okay, we're gonna do disadvantage.
Oh, double fours though is not
Ooh.
usually that good.
Not meant to be.
All right.
Yeah, if you would have rolled slightly higher, you would have hit him. It's just get him before.
I'm going to give. I have no spell slots left. Okay. I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Talbot.
Talbot has
Alright.
bardic inspiration.
So this time I'll do what will I do? I'll just do a graceful twirl with the sword. And just give you a bardic inspiration.
You look to the 25 feet up in the air, the fairy inspiring you with her grace. Finwick, you're up.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So running down here, I'm gonna
Oh, are you
retarget
going
that guy just in case I
Not
haven't
in a
targeted him.
line.
How was Naruto running across the coral reef of the coast? Just running.
Beam
across.
attack! Beam attack!
First attack, unarmed strike.
Legendary action. She finally does something perfect. You fell for the trap. Oh, mercy.
She's over there like one of those classic 1960s Batman
Oh,
villains
nice.
who are just giving off these pained expressions as they watch all their thugs go down.
Exactly. That brought her down right down to near death.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
close
do
enough.
not gonna do the extra attack. I'm just gonna do the one bonus attack action. So we'll try that.
Arm strike. Oh,
Yes.
rude. Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
That's enough. How do you want to do it for that one?
So I Naruto run around the coast, come up uppercut, and when it's almost dead, on the way back down, I do a big hammer strike, two hands together, feet out, kind of anime style, smack on the top of the head.
You can
And
kill
then
her.
land.
I will allow you to kill her in a brutal fashion if you want.
No, that's pretty much it. I'm
Alright,
smacking down through the top of the head with two fists clenched.
The reason being she's the healer, or he is. So, and also the whole time I've been grumbling about. She had a reaction ability that basically it's like the shield spell, but it's only a +2. And at no point did any of your guys' attacks beat their AC by 2 or less. I've been watching the whole time, and I'm like, eventually it'll happen. All right,
and Finn, you get your temp HP, don't you?
Yep, I'm getting another 5 temp HP.
Nice. Well, we're down to Sandy, who's barely injured. He's got 2 jerks next to him. Gonna roll D2. 1, it's Talbot. 2 is going for Jade. Jade, you're being targeted. And you're about to be slammed. You know what, though? First, I gotta roll, actually, because if I roll a 5 or 6, it gets its big blast back. I might do that instead. Nope. Come on, game. Give me my sand blast back. All right. Fine. Double attack it will be. We'll just kill Jade then. Oh, not with a 2 roll.
Nope.
Oh, 2 roll again.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Bullshit.
She'll just do what?
Not
Bullshit.
meant to be. He's blinded by his own sins.
Apparently. Yeah, we're back to Talbot.
All right, so you have bardic inspiration.
Okay, I'm going to attack this guy. I'm gonna double check something. I put Vex on him earlier, but I think it's next to my attack. Gotta read the wording. Is that on my sheet here somewhere? The weapon mastery. Okay, before the end of my next turn. Okay, so that's already gone. That's all I just wanted to see. I thought it was. Okay, so I'll make a normal attack at him. So that's going to be... Oh, let me target him.
And since you're in melee, you can do a straight roll.
Okay. Oh.
How dare you?
Nat 20!
How dare you? I
Love
was able
it.
to say how this is the tanky one of the group, and you're rolling that 20.
Okay, so we'll do some damage. I might be pouring
Well,
a
at least your
bunch
bow is
into him.
halved. Because he is.
Yeah, my bow is halved, but I might do another one of those little... Anyway, we'll see what this does. So I'm going to do this. This is going to be... Alright. Okay, it's weird. When I hit the damage... Okay, I'm going to hit the critical hit, and hopefully this does it right. Because the damage is coming up with the dice doubled, and there's a critical hit and a normal option. I'll hit the critical hit, and hopefully it calculates it right. Okay, it does. It's 12 damage to that. And I'm also going to, because this damage would be doubled as well, take advantage of that crit. Give me a moment. I'm just looking through effects. I haven't done this before. I'm going to spend another spell slot to... Sorry, I'm just trying to go to my spells. To deal an extra 1d6 poison damage, which is doubled from that attack. I don't think I have a thing for this. I'm just going to roll 2d6. So this is poison damage. So just give me a moment. So it's 2d6.
You notice these guys, by the way, the reason poison's working is because they're kind of like still half like flesh-like creatures, but also half of what the, sand or half seaweed or whatever. So.
Oh, absolutely makes sense. Okay, so that's 8 poison damage to him. Plus, he has the poison condition until the end of my next turn. Plus, I'm going to give him the uncoordinated effect, which means until the end of my next turn, he cannot take reactions or the disengage or the dodge action. So that was my first attack, and I also applied Vex on him, so this next attack was an advantage. Okay. Goodness, there's so much here. I was make sure I was adding or missing anything. Okay, so this attack is going to be here. This will be advanced because of Vex. It's a hit. Damage is... where's the attack? Here. It's normal damage. And yeah, just 7 damage. Okay, and
near death.
yeah, that's all for me.
Jade, can you finish the near death Sandy one?
I certainly hope so.
Do your worst.
The challenge is I'm generally not melee.
Oh, true.
But range is at disadvantage against this guy, so, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't make much of
Yeah.
a difference.
I'm just gonna try and dagger him. It's not as effective, but
It hits. Is that going to be
Okay.
enough, though? Because he's pretty resistant to this stuff.
maybe
Oh,
not.
you had soaked targeted. So that's why I said.
Oh, shoot.
That's okay. I'll put 4 and hit
Was
down.
was the AC correct though at 14 for this fellow?
Yeah, it's fine.
'Cause you said he was a tanky boy.
You just brought him down to 2 HP. He's near death.
Okay.
He had 6. You brought him to 2. Or anything else?
Nah, that's it for me.
Ken Fancy. Oh, sorry. The Tide Mother looks angry. Fancy, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. I still
At
have him
disadvantage.
targeted. Yes.
But you will probably hit. I think you'll hit on like a 6 or a 7 plus. So.
We'll see. I did roll 2 4s last time.
Oh, he rolled a 5 though. Yeah, his AC is 13, so.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
poop.
Anything else from the
Um,
fancy fairy? Or will the monk get an opportunity to finish?
No,
the
that is.
sand.
I will fly down 10 feet. Whoops.
Okay.
And up that way. So that's like 20 feet ish, 25. That's it for me. So I'm 10 feet down.
Finway, can you close the distance before the sandy one
I can.
might get
Yeah.
his... If he
20,
gets his sandstorm back, he's
30,
going to murder you all.
35. All right, so I got there. No worries.
Now I just need you to
And what
miss.
I'm going to do is an actual do the thing. Nope, I don't trust that these guys are undead, so I'm just going to do a regular attack. Unarmed strike.
Oh, wait. So,
I get target.
no, when a creature, you see, moves within 10 feet of it. So as soon as you got within 10 feet of it, your feet start to sink. You have to make a DC 12 strength save.
Strength DC.
So you might not have been able to get into melee. That's my point.
Within 10 feet?
Yeah. Because that's his thing. He has a 10-foot range. So he can keep you
Gotcha.
at distance and beat you up without you hitting him back.
Is this a save?
Yeah, DC 12 strength saving throw. Ooh. And you didn't have Silvery Barb's advantage or anything, right?
No, he
I have a
You-
bardic
you-
inspiration.
Yeah,
but
you
that's
haven't
not-
used your bardic inspiration, but that might not. Wait,
At
what's
best,
the
I
DC?
could
DC?
give me
enough.
11.
No.
Oh, yeah, this is 12 then, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would mean you go back diagonally to here, and your feet get stuck in the sand. So that's
All
where,
right.
like your movement is 0 for the round. At there,
Yep. But I can throw a dart.
you could.
I was like, throw something in
you
there.
could throw a dart,
The
man.
monk
I have a
one.
dart. I'm going to throw a dart.
Good luck. Oh no!
Ah,
No!
No, he's a halfling. No, isn't he?
he is.
Nope.
So can't he re-roll that?
Can't do that.
No.
Anything
Which, if you guys are paying attention enough, you might think about. But I
Yeah.
can't do that. So, but I do have a bonus action, and I can throw another dart. I just gotta get rid of the
Jade's
other
up there.
dart.
Surely a halfling would have hit that dart attack.
Surely it would have. Mwah. No.
Jade doesn't know when that one was rolled.
It's true. That's a Kate above table thing.
But Kate can think about that.
Little dice rolled above
I'm gonna
the
say, though,
creature.
With the nat 1, though, it's basically you threw it and missed the sandy guy, and it just almost hit Jade and went right past him. Like, probably cut the, like, so one of your hair off your head or
I
something.
do get a second attack.
Oh,
so
you
that's
do?
Good.
Nice.
I always get a bonus action.
Yep.
He has 2 HP, and he reduces this damage in half.
Oh, you did it!
You did exactly 2 damage. How do you want to do this?
I bring up in the sand and just instinctively throw a dart, and it flies by him and then flies by Jade and just barely misses. And as everybody's looking where the last dart went, the next dart comes out, goes between its eyes.
Nice. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see if it would have got its sandstorm back. It would have. So it would hit all four of you. All four of you.
Just moved a bit over, and yeah.
2d8
Was
damage
not
to
meant
everybody.
be.
Oh, well. That would have been something, though, but...
Nope.
well
And
done.
what does the mother do? The
Okay.
tide mother.
So let me just... The cove is still. The last of the drowned falls with a hollow splash, and silence creeps in, save for the gentle lap of water and the distant cry of the gulls. Now, the Tide Mother stares at you all, her towering form looking down upon you. So, even the tide may be turned. For a time. Her voice echoes through the water, your bones, and your mind. You fought well, little ones. You danced against the pool of the deep and lived to stand. A rare thing. But do not mistake this moment for victory. The sea is patient. It wears down mountains. It waits beneath every still pool and crashing wave. And it waits for you. And she begins to sink down into the water, her body unraveling into tendrils of mist and salt and vanishing beneath the waves.
So with the Tide Mother now gone, Talbot's going to turn his attention towards the lilies and is going to approach.
How's
Hey.
Fancy looking?
Just injured.
Oh, are you okay?
Hold on. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You were near death, but you healed yourself.
I healed myself
Yeah.
and I never got hit after that. So
Okay.
Yeah, because I think
I'm-
I'm in a worse shape out of the party right now. I don't have I don't see the. I know it's not the combat tracker, but yeah, because you were bad, but you got a really good heal on yourself.
yeah.
I'm going to recover the dart from the person I hit.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good dart. It saved your whole team from taking 2d8 slashing damage. All right. So you approach the lilies. There are
Right, and
7 of them there.
There are 7 lilies. Okay. I want to harvest 6 of them. I want to keep 1 here so more can grow. But 3 for myself and 3 as payment for the map.
All right. Very good. The rest of you, everyone roll perception, except for Talbot at the moment. Decent rolls going on here. What's going on? Except for Fancy.
Except for Fancy.
Okay. I'm gonna... Not that it matters, because your team is pretty friendly. But, 1... That one is Jade. So, no, 2. Alright, so... Jade... You... See... something a little peculiar. In the shoreline, where the water is shallow and only about 2 feet deep, you notice what looks like a lantern stuck in between the rocks as the waves, 2 foot of water, is just washing over it. And what catches your eye about it, not just being something simply that washed ashore, is the fire within the lantern is still going under the waves.
Oh. I'd like to make my way over to it and maybe point it out.
Make your way
There's-
over and get a bit closer, yeah.
There's fire burning underwater?
Not the strangest thing we've seen this day.
And Finwick, with your 20. You notice, as you're standing there, watching Talbot pick his flowers, you just happen to look over, hooked in a bit of seaweed shrubbery, fairly inland, but enough where if it was a high tide, probably it would have washed ashore. You notice a small, decaying pouch.
I will grab the pouch and look inside.
Okay. Inside, you see pair of bone dice.
Very on brand.
Yeah, what is it with Finnick and creepy shit?
I
Creepy
rolled
shit
too. I
just
rolled
has its
it.
way of attracting to me.
Yeah.
When I rolled that D2, it was just like the who would find what.
The lantern, Amel, like get your the lantern, because of the way it's designed, it's reminding me of Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes,
It looks like eyes there. It looks like
it
his.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Jay, do you pry that out from the rock and take the lantern?
Yes, I would like to.
All right.
Like gently.
Yep. It takes you a minute because it's kind of wedged in there, but you're under no pressure. You eventually get it out, and you hold it up, and yeah, sure enough, it's on. The flame is there, and you can see that on the top. It looks like you could just turn the top part, and it will do something. Do you want to turn it?
Yes.
It explodes.
You take 2d10 damage.
It shuts off. It turns off. The flame inside just goes out.
Oh. Does it look... Yeah, does it look like it has any fuel, like
Nope.
canister or anything?
Nope.
Okay, so she sort of turns it to see if it comes back on.
It comes on. Lights up.
This is quite interesting. Full on science mode, like definitely like looking at it.
I was like,
Like,
seems like
does the
something that's up
flame-
your alley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like turns it upside down. Does the flame turn? Does the flame stay straight up?
The flame kind of flickers, kind of as a flame would inside, just like any kind of typical lantern. So if you turn it sideways, the flame adjusts properly.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, you clearly that you know the something possibly magical about that lantern. The dice, you're not so much sure about the dice, but otherwise, that is it. Okay. I guess from here. Is there anything else that what would your party want to do when you find these things, or go where do you plan to do? Go where do you? Anything else in particular? Or is it head back home?
Find a way up the cliff that doesn't involve swimming out into the water anymore.
I'm sure just see if there's a walkway up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get into that next game, because I was just thinking, yeah, unless you're going to identify these things now, I'll just have to fill you in next game, because you might have to go back to the city and pay to get them identified, unless you're going to burn spell slots. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, I have the spell slots, but if we don't, we still got to go through acid rain. So
Yeah.
It's all good. All right. So we'll end it there. I think that's pretty good time because it's getting late. All right, everybody. The next episode will be here on the screen if it's available at this time. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the adventure. Share this with your friends if you want to help this channel grow. And as always, stay in the light.